how sweet to be an idiot.
Yep, Charlamagne the God here.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots. Thank you for joining us for another week of this intellectually ignorant podcast. Now, this show today is sponsored by Nature Box. Nature Box ships tasty and guilt-free snacks right to your door with over 100 flavors to choose from. I've never had these, but I want these because these sound tasty as hell.
Mini Belgian waffles.
What?
Man, that looks delicious.
Nature Box, you holding out. Y'all must have just invented these.
Strawberry lemonade fruit stars.
Never had those either.
Strawberry lemonade fruit stars. Oh, shit.
I bet you those taste great when you high.
Oh, fuck.
And sweet and salty nut medley.
Salty nut medley. That sounds a little bit, how would we say?
Listen, I love a
suggestive.
I love a sweet and salt mixture. Listen, you'll never get bored of snacking again, okay?
Yeah.
Try Nature Box for free by going to naturebox.com/idiots. That's naturebox.com/idiots.
And go get yourself some salty nut medley. I want you guys to send us videos of you eating the salty nut medley. Mm-hmm. And we'll play them here on the next podcast if you actually do that.
Okay. I mean, so many things that I want to talk about this week. I was kind of I was really looking forward to doing the podcast this week. You know, I do a lot of videos for my man DJ Vlad.
Yes, shout out to Vlad.
I've been knowing Vlad for like maybe about 10 years now. Mm-hmm. You know, we developed a relationship. Actually, back when I was in South Carolina doing radio at WHXT Hot 103.9.
Okay.
You know, when I started, some of my first bits of national exposure was on these mixtapes DJ Vlad used to do. Because before he was doing the whole viral thing, he was an actual DJ. Mm-hmm. He used to have these mixtapes called Beef.
Okay.
So it'd be like Beef 1, Beef 2, Beef 3, and it would just be like the best beefs going on in hip hop and things like that. So he would take my interviews and put them on these mixtapes. Like, it was this one interview where me and Buffy the Body went at it, and I basically told her, like, oh, don't you want to be known for more than your body? Don't you want to be known as Buffy the Brain? What happens when your gravity sets in and your titties and your ass and everything starts to motherfucking deflate, like the footballs that Tom Brady was playing with? You know, when that happens, what are you going to do? Long story short, that went viral. Vlad started putting on his mixtape. So me and him have always had a relationship. So I do these viral videos with him. And I did this one video about 3 years ago. And Vlad, the question he asked me was, Waka Flocka says that white girls are popping right now. Do you agree?
Uh-huh.
And I said, absolutely. I said, I love my Nubian white queens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I said, and then that's from Don't Be a Menace While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. And I said that white women, you know, they smell like Lemon Pledge in Heaven, which is from Uncle Ruckus on the Boondocks. You know what I'm saying? He said that. But it's basically just me, 2 minutes of me talking about how I enjoy fucking white girls.
Why can't you like white girls?
Why can't I like white girls? Listen, but no, mind you, this was 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, you're over your white girl phase now.
No, I'm not even, this is before I was married. I'm over all other pussy phase.
So 3 years ago, right when Barack Obama wins the second election, that's when you get into white girls again.
I've been fucking white girls my whole life.
You were preparing for Hillary.
The first girl I ever nutted with was a white girl. Her name was Bryn. She used to drive a purple Galant in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. I lost my virginity to a black girl. But the first time I ever got that nut, that big motherfucking O, all right, was when a white girl was on top of me, okay? Okay, Bryn was on top of me, and she said, you let me know when you're going to nut. And I said, okay. My legs stiffened up, and my toes went straight in the air, and I started feeling this tingly sensation all over me, and I busted all in that white pussy.
Oh, you busted inside?
Oh, I busted all in it.
Wow.
I let loose.
Pregnant or not?
Nah, not that I know of. If she did, she didn't tell me.
You
know what I mean?
Teen Mom, 1989. First thing, she can call on MTV for a show. They're like, beat it, bitch. We got the real world to worry about.
But somebody posted this 3-year-old clip on Facebook, and I think the hashtag was like, your sons look up to him. And it was just all these people bashing me. Now I'm thinking they must be bashing me because the way I was objectifying women. Because it's impossible to talk about your love of pussy. It's impossible to talk about fucking without objectifying a woman. And it's impossible for a girl to do the same thing with a man. If a girl's sitting around saying, oh my God,
I'm with you.
Dick. Oh, his abs. Oh, he fucks the shit out of me. You're objectifying.
You're allowed to objectify as long as you also appreciate other things.
Yes.
Objectification is fine. Yes. I can objectify your brain. Like, I can talk about a really smart woman and just be like, oh, she's really smart, she's really genius. I'm objectively speaking about her brain, but for whatever reason, that's completely okay. But when we go, oh my God, she's got a great body, which she works hard for, she diets, she's in the gym. Some chick who got a great brain is just her parents were smart. She didn't do shit. She didn't do shit to have a great brain. She's not taking brain classes or anything like that. She's just witty because both her fucking parents were smart.
Isn't that crazy? A girl could be walking out the gym, workout clothes, looking good, and you may be like, yo, you got a nice body, like you working. And a girl, if you're like, don't, I'm more than that. Whoa, baby, I ain't say you wasn't.
Let me tell you something.
I was just giving you props on what you've been in the gym working
Why do you
on.
think you're not more than that? See, that's what I think. I think they're projecting insecurity. Do you know what I mean? It's like, hey, you got a great body. Yeah, but I'm smart too. Who said you weren't smart?
Yeah.
Why is the first thing you're thinking that you're stupid?
Yeah.
Maybe you need to ask yourself, like, if there are these people.
But that's because you're feeding into stereotypes. You're feeding into the fact that you think all men just objectify women.
And if you were really smart and genius, when somebody said that and you really felt that you were really smart, you would take it as a compliment because you know it didn't have anything to do with your intellect.
Absolutely. But let me stay at the matter at hand. So I'm thinking all of these people are mad at me because I'm objectifying white women.
Yeah.
But initially, I start the video off by saying, I don't care what color you are. I like pink pussy.
Yeah.
Which is how I really feel. But
which is kind of rude to the girls with dark pussies.
Yes.
There's a lot of
purple lip. You got purple pussy lips.
There's a lot of Frost Gatorade pussies out there, and we need to respect these girls.
Yes. But Vlad's question was about white women.
Specifically.
So I'm spend 2 minutes talking about this flavor of woman.
Yeah.
And how I love watching my big black dick go into this white flesh. I love it. It's cool. I like it. So these motherfuckers is going in. You Uncle Tom. You fucking coon. Putting white women on a pedestal. And this.
Okay.
I'm like, what?
I think you did the opposite of putting a white woman on the pedestal.
I can honestly admit I was objectified. I spoke of her, a white woman, as nothing more than a sexual object.
Okay, but that's separate than what they're saying, which is putting them on a pedestal, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe you objectified her, but doesn't mean anything besides that.
Yeah.
But in terms of putting her on a pedestal, you just said you like fucking white women, right? Yeah. Putting a girl on a pedestal or putting white women on a pedestal would be saying you don't fuck with white women for a specific reason. Because that implies that you assume they're better than you and you have to sleep with only women of your race to prove to those women that they're as good as these white women. If anything, you're knocking them down a peg because you're like, I fuck them like everybody else.
Listen, and not only that, I said, in the video, listen, this is before I shoot my mother, my child was my wife. I'm like, the mother of my child is black. I said, I love my sisters, but I like fucking a white woman. I'm like, what did I say wrong? What did I say wrong in this whole situation?
I think a lot of people have their insecurities about race and they project them.
Exactly. It's all prejudice.
But it's their prejudice.
It's your prejudice.
Exactly. You think white women are better, so you're upset when you're threatened by white women when a black guy goes with a white woman.
Yeah.
That's why you go, oh, he's a sellout, because you're threatened by those white women. That black guy is not putting the white woman on a pedestal. He's just going, hey, she's a woman. I think she's attractive. I'm going to fuck her. Exactly.
That's what made me wonder. I'm like, I was looking at this Facebook
now,
post.
Sorry to interrupt, but when a good-looking black dude fucks a 300-pound monster Honey Boo Boo, not Honey Boo Boo, Mama June, whatever, like that. If you're fucking Honey Boo Boo, there's a lot more things wrong. But then you might be putting, white women on a pedestal. That is a situation.
You just got a fat fetish. You could just have a fat fucking fetish. Listen, my whole thing, I'm like, what year is this that we're getting upset because a black man said he likes to fuck a white woman? Like, and this one girl was like, and you trashed black women in the video. So I asked her, how did I trash black women?
What did you say about
black
women?
by bigging up white women, that's trashing black women?
Own insecurity.
What are you I didn't even only time I mentioned black women was I said that the mother of my child is black, who's now my wife, who I love to death, and I said I love my sisters.
But the question is about
white women.
I hate that you have to qualify with that. You have to prove that you're not like this bad person.
And the Facebook post said, your sons look up to him. So people shouldn't look up to me because I like fucking white girls.
You don't like fucking white girls. You like fucking girls you're attracted to.
I like pink pussy.
You happen to be attracted to fucking white girls as well.
The question was about white women.
I just
don't know what to tell you.
I can't listen.
The question was about white women.
Hey, if you don't like guys that fuck white girls, okay, you need to think about that.
Oh,
you need to think about that long and hard because right now. We wouldn't have a president.
We wouldn't have Barack Obama.
If there weren't black men who liked fucking white women.
Not only that, W.D. Fard Muhammad, the founder of the Nation of Islam,
is half white.
Yes, we wouldn't have him either.
Wait, who was white? The dad or
the father, I believe, was white. And the father was black, and his mother is white, I believe.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It's always
don't quote me on that.
It's always the light skinned ones that are most militant.
Yeah, but not only that, hey, you wouldn't have Drake. You wouldn't have J.
Bob
Cole.
Marley.
You wouldn't have Bob Marley.
Matter of fact, what the hell are you guys doing? Not fucking white women.
I'm thinking that we need to fuck more white women. Hold on.
Klay Thompson. Okay. Hey, listen, Stephen Curry might not be half white, but I think there is some white in there.
Let's break this. I want to break this down for all you prejudiced motherfuckers that's on Facebook, because guess what? You are prejudiced. If you're upset that Charlamagne was on Facebook talking about fucking white women, and the only reason you're upset is because I'm a black man saying this about white women, let me say this to you. We would not have President Barack Obama, W.D. Fard Muhammad,
Bob Marley, Klay
Thompson,
Blake Griffin,
Drake, R.J. Cole, or Blake Griffin, if it wasn't for the black man putting his mandingo godly penis in the Yakub's children.
In the what? The what? The Yakub? I've never heard of my people referred to as the Yakub.
I'm just fucking around. Listen, I don't give a shit, man. I like pink pussy. I don't care who fucks who.
I think that's
like,
what you're saying.
Why is it 2015 and we're still concerned about interracial relationships?
Dude, you know what I've realized this? And this is kind of funny about interracial relationships, is that you get credit the other way around. When a white guy is with a black chick, it's like a Facebook article. There are Facebook articles. There's Facebook articles, dude. Have you ever seen those tweets where it's like white actors who date black women, and there's like a fucking 10-page long spread with Robert De Niro and all these other guys who did, like, they get credit for doing it.
You know why? Because in mainstream America, in the media, just in the world in general, white people are the hierarchy. So So it's like when you date a black girl, to them it's like adopting a little African baby. Like, look what he's doing. Like, look.
It's adopting a little African.
Like, oh my God, look at great white Robert De Niro dating a black woman. Dude, oh my God.
But that's the point we're looking at, is these people who get upset or even notice these things are the ones with the prejudices. Yeah. They're the ones who view black people as less, and that's why they're making this a big deal. If you're making a big deal that Robert De Niro likes black chicks, you must view black chicks as less than white chicks. Yeah. For the guy who just goes, oh, Robert De Niro got a bad bitch, he's the guy who doesn't view them as any less than white chicks.
That's my POV. My POV is this. When I see shit like, say, J-Lo, beautiful Spanish woman, oh, amazing. Matter of fact, we all should be aspiring to look like J-Lo at 45 minutes.
I want to look exactly like her.
When I see her dating
somebody, I want to turn into J-Lo at 45.
She's bad. She's amazing. When I see her dating somebody like Casper Spark, I'd be like, I don't think, damn, this white boy got this fine-ass girl. I think, how the fuck did the backup dancer,
the poor guy, get the rich girl?
How the fuck did he get J-Lo? Like, what the fuck?
It had nothing to do with race. Absolutely nothing to do with race.
When I think of Halle Berry, and I'm like, Halle Berry, I don't even know the guy she was fucking had a baby with.
The country singer or some shit?
Nah, not even him. I don't think he was the singer or nothing.
Whatever, just some regular ass dude.
I'm like, how the fuck did he get Halle Berry?
You know how? Purple pussy lips. I think J-Lo, we found it out. J-Lo and Halle got the Frost Gatorade pussy lips, and they can't get good men like you and myself to invest.
I want some pure pink pussy lips. Okay? Oh, she's beautiful. J-Lo's beautiful. What? She got purple pussy lips.
Get the fuck out of it. Beat it.
If that was an auction block, mark that. I need to mark that down at least $10,000. But it's the same. We do the same thing with guys too.
Okay.
When I saw Jermaine Dupri dating Janet Jackson, I started looking at Janet as a different person. I was like, wow, she's humble. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, she's humble. I'm like,
she's down to earth.
She's
Janet, cool.
Like, wow, she's reaching back, giving back to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, that's how the media look at white men when they see them with certain black women. Because that's how we look at it like that too. Like, wow.
But we look at it in terms of finances. Like, when you see Janet with Jermaine and you see her with more of a regular dude, you go in your head, or at least I do in my head, like, man, I could go up to Janet and just say hi. Like, she's not a myth anymore. But a fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're both mythological creatures.
Yeah, but it still gives you the confidence, though, because you look at people like Beyonce and Janet. Look who Janet's with now. Janet is with some billionaire motherfucker from overseas.
Who?
Janet.
Oh, she got a new one.
She been dating. She's married, I believe, to some billionaire dude.
Like a Saudi?
A multi-billionaire. And she could have been doing that for years.
From where? Like
I forgot. Let me Google it. John. John.
Stats Johnny.
John, we need the
Johnny
stats.
Stats. We need
let's
you.
Find out who Janet is married to. When the fuck did the brilliant idiot start caring about stats? This show is really changing.
Yo, every once in a while we got to break out the stats. Dude, I just think that there's
Arab businessman Wissam Al-Mana.
Wissam Al-Mana. Ain't he from Dubai or some shit?
Wow.
He's from Dubai, right?
I believe so.
How often do you think he makes her perform? I'd be like that. I bet you that's part of the wedding is he has to perform for me and my family Thursday. Thank you.
Janet was like, fuck that. Janet was like, yo, I tried to get back to the hood by dating Jermaine Dupri. This motherfucker cheated on me. Y'all niggas ain't shit. Now I'm going over to another race. Don't ever say I didn't try to keep it real. Don't ever say.
How stupid is Janet? Okay, Jermaine Dupri cheated on me. So what am I going to do? Go marry a guy from a culture where they have multiple wives.
Hey, it's
Why
working,
the fuck would you do that?
She's at the age where it benefits her to date this multi-billionaire with multiple wives. Because they're legally married. She's the public wife that everybody knows and everybody sees. So if he does her dirty, let me get half of that $1 billion and take my ass back to the States.
You out of your mind if you think that half of the money is going to the women. They don't even let women drive.
No.
There's no women don't get half of the money.
Dubai's not like that, right? I don't even know if this motherfucker's from Dubai.
Come on,
I mean,
dude.
this article is described as an Arab businessman. I would guess that whatever country he's from does not have a particularly liberal
Women
views
don't get
towards-
half.
Well,
They can't show their
women is-
ankles. They're not going to get half in a divorce
Janet
settlement.
Jackson's getting
Let me tell you what they get half. They get half of their body cut off if they try to divorce you. That's what happens.
Listen, the moral of the story is this before we move on. Prejudice is whack. And, don't be upset that I want to stick my big black dick in white pussy because I really don't have a preference. I like fucking pink pussy, period. And at this point in my life, I like fucking my wife's pussy.
There you go.
And my wife is black with pink pussy lips.
You know what I
in case you
realized?
wonder.
We can't say anything positive about the majority. Anytime you say anything positive about the majority,
Yeah, it's like
you're
it's
cooning.
hate white people season.
But it's not
Yeah,
all.
it
It's not because white people are white. It's just they happen to be the majority.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you go to China and there's a group of people who speak Mandarin or whatever it is, they're the majority. You can't.
Yeah.
But you do get praised the opposite way. Like for example, we can say. Black people are the best athletes in the world, right? If you said white people are the best mathematicians in the world, everybody would be like, yo, that's fucking, what, you think white people are better or whatever? What the fuck is going on? How dare you say, we can say in America, Asians are the best at, science or whatever it is. If you say anything positive about the majority, you're a coon and you're a sellout.
Yeah.
We can say, no one can say, women aren't funny. Nobody can even mention those words. If you say women aren't funny, you're misogynistic, you're sexist.
You don't believe in equality.
You don't believe in equality. All these other
yeah.
things. Okay, but we can't say men are funnier than women. Like if we say that, we're being sexist.
You can't say men are anything more than women. You can't say anything.
Because men are the majority.
Yes.
So we can say women are just as strong as men, and then men have to go, oh yeah, you're right. It's just it's just all the women I've seen that aren't as strong as me. But there's more strong women out there, and like
the double standard exists. You know how you know it exists? Don't nobody give a fuck that Brittany Griner beat the shit out of her
and they
girlfriend.
got married,
And they got
there's no
married a week
suspension,
later.
nothing.
Listen, do you know,
Dude,
Ray Rice? That was his wife when he knocked her out. Right?
Yeah.
Imagine if that was his fiance.
No, that was his fiance. It was his fiance, and they got married
and
later.
everybody gave her flack like, you stupid motherfucker. You marrying this chick, yada, yada, yada. Brittany Griner, by all intents and purposes, is more of a man than Bruce Jenner ever was. Okay? I would not want to get hit by Brittany Griner.
Might be more of a man than Ray Rice.
Yes.
Ray Rice is about 5'8".
If you check Brittany Griner's testosterone levels, that was probably a man beating up on a woman.
Brittany Griner's clit is longer than Ray Rice's middle finger.
I'm fucking telling you. But nobody gives a shit that Brittany Griner beat up her fiance and then married her a week later in a tuxedo. Nobody gives a shit. Oh, fuck. Don't worry about that. There's no such thing as domestic violence amongst women.
You know what? That's a good point.
fucked up.
Men have it rough when it comes to being transvestites. I believe that's when you dress as a woman.
Yeah.
Because if a man wears women's clothes, he's a transvestite. There's this whole term for it. But if a woman wears traditionally male clothes, she's a lesbian. There's no question about who she is, her identity, what she wants to
Very
look like.
true.
Like God,
Very true.
there are guys that
Very
just
true.
want to wear women's clothes. Oscar De La Hoya wants to do that shit. There's maybe Bruce Jenner at one point, and they should be allowed to do that. I'm all about that without like the labels and the stigmatism, because my girl can walk around in my clothes all the fucking time that she wants. She can just walk around. Your girl can wear your fucking booty shorts, or wear your sweatpants to the grocery store.
Why would I be wearing booty shorts?
You know what I mean? Your sweatpants.
What?
Your girl can wear your sweatpants
It's
to the
only
grocery store.
because women aren't as uptight about sexuality as men are. That's all it is.
No,
It's other women are not making.
Women are very uptight about.
Who's making a transvestite feel uptight about his sexuality? It's not
My point
women.
is, if
They love it
Charlamagne
when,
goes to the grocery store in your girl's fucking house dress,
right?
Charlamagne's gay.
Charlamagne's gay.
According to who?
He's a transsexual.
According to men or women?
Both men and women. You don't think women
what,
are
though?
Women don't give a fuck.
bullshit? Women don't give a fuck. Did you watch the
women
Bruce Jenner thing? All of his wives were fucked up. They didn't want to be
Yeah,
with him.
women care.
They
Women
might
care.
not. They might not want to marry someone who chooses.
I'm just
to do
saying,
that,
you
but they don't give
go.
a fuck.
People are going to be tweeting about that shit. You can't just go. Oh, I just felt like being comfy today.
Nah, women care, especially hood chicks, because Young Thug gets a lot of flack. Like, it's a lot of girls that agree with what Young, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of girls that be like, nah, he's gay, or they say he's the F word that rhymes with maggot. You know what I'm saying? like
Yo, F word is the new N word, bro. Nobody's saying that shit. Nobody's saying
what?
Everybody wants to say thug is the new N word.
Man, listen, you got white people fighting for their right to say nigga, but they not fighting for the right to say
Nobody
that.
fighting.
That's why it was such a big deal on Empire when Taraji P. Henson said it. I was like, whoa, Taraji, what are you doing? Taraji,
you got
now
some
come
good
on,
momentum
Taraji,
going.
chill out.
You get this show
You
canceled.
kicking down doors for black people and you go and do this? Who wrote this into this script?
Dude, wait. Now Lee Daniels is gay and he's the executive
That's gay
producer.
privilege.
But think about how ballsy that writer is who actually wrote that in the script and they had to read that script over.
That's gay privilege.
What is?
You
To be able to say the word that's used to make them feel like shit?
No, you have to have a gay guy in charge who can go out there and defend that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I see
After
it.
Taraji says that and
Yeah.
they get flack for it,
Yeah.
you have a gay man, Lee Daniels, front and center, who can defend that and be like, yo, why don't y'all chill out?
M said that. Remember when Eminem said the N word in like freestyles back in the day, and all of his boys and his crew were like, "Yo, we were cool with it," and then everybody was like, "All right, we cool with it."
Yeah.
I guess you need the cosign. I
You
understand
need the
that.
cosign.
That makes sense.
You
yeah.
need the person you need the gay guy front and center that says, hey, it's my show. We wrote it in there because we're trying to give real depictions of how people talk in America.
And that's good.
I don't talk
I
like that
applaud
though.
it.
I don't use the F word. That's not my thing. And I remember it was a time when Rick Ross had that in a song that I love called MC Hammer. And he said, credit card scams, that was for the, and he said the F word with such force.
Gusto.
Oh my God.
There was 3 G's in it.
But if everybody was saying for the at one point, it'd be like, yo, Poland spring water, that's for the, and they didn't mean it in the gay way.
Right.
They just meant it in the a slang way.
But that's the problem. Is when the slang way is used for negativity, that's when the word gets fucked up.
I agree.
If the F word meant beautiful, you know, if you could go home to your girl and say, "Oh my God, you look like such a today,"
I could change the context right now. In London, you know what a fag is?
it's a cigarette.
A cigarette.
Exactly. And saying fag is not a big deal in London. But
you know, in
here
America,
it's used for
you know
negative
what the F word
shit.
is? I'm not even going.
Yeah, we're not gonna say
I'm not
it.
even going to try to say it. You're not going to chop this audio up because I'm going to tell y'all something. I already got it planned out.
What happened?
Oh, Charlamagne's homophobic. Nope, Charlamagne's gay.
You're gonna go all in.
Immediately in the,
Just do it on a special.
You're gonna
edition
do the
of Brilliant
Bruce Jenner.
Idiots if you do it. All right?
You're gonna do the Bruce Jenner. Listen, Bruce Jenner knows he's going to jail for killing that lady in a car accident. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to women's jail. you ain't gonna send me. You ain't gonna send me to men's jail, bro. I'm going to that female prison.
Bruce is just doing this so he can be in there with some pussy.
Exactly.
Bruce like, no, send me in. If I go to
Yo,
jail,
that's why he keeps saying he's heterosexual, because he wants the girls in jail to know, hey, ladies, there's some dick coming. Orange is the new Bruce, baby. Orange is the new Bruce.
Oh, that's a good fucking question. As much as we claim to be so open-minded here in America and be so free with our thinking and don't be judgmental and deal with equality, if Bruce Jenner does indeed have to go to jail,
Where does he go?
where does he go? He's identified as a woman. He's been all on Diane Sawyer. We've hugged him. We've kissed him. We've said we've loved him. We told him how brave he is.
He's supposed to go to female workout classes.
Yes.
He can go to all female workout
Yes.
classes. He's supposed to go to the women's restroom.
Yes.
He can't be bullied by any women in the restroom to go there. So does he go to a female prison? Here's a better
Let's
question.
see how much love y'all got now.
Oh,
America.
yeah, we'll see how equal it is. Let's see. Here's another question. If I'm a guy, right,
Yeah.
can I say that I'm a woman and compete in the Olympics as a woman? Because I want a gold medal. Okay? And I firmly believe that I can win a gold medal in multiple sports.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. You ain't going to beat none of these track chicks.
Track chicks I can't beat.
Nah,
I'm not
you
going to lie.
ain't beat
But
these track
basketball? You don't think that I can
think
win a
you fuck with
gold?
Brittany Griner, dog.
Are you out of your mind? You are out of your
I don't
mind.
think you fuck with Brittany, dog.
I don't think Brittany scores 3 points on me one-on-one.
I think Brittany dunks on you, dog.
You're out of your mind.
You know who the male equivalent of Brittany Griner is?
Go.
Chris Bosh. Can you beat Chris Bosh in basketball?
Honestly, yes. I don't think. Honestly, yes. Here's the thing. I think I could beat him in basketball. Could I beat him in a Tyrannosaurus Rex contest? No. He obviously looks a lot more like a T-Rex than me.
Chris Bosh is a beast, bro.
Huh?
Chris Bosh is a beast.
Chris Bosh is a beast. Okay, Chris can beat me in basketball, but Brittany, no. I just can't believe it.
Man.
I can't believe it.
I'm going to give Brittany the credit she deserves.
Honestly, I need to see what her wife's face looks like after that fight, and I think I'll decide based on...
I think you're sleeping on Brittany Flock of Flame. Bro. I
forgot that one.
I don't ever say Brittany's good for a female basketball player. I just be like, yo, Brittany can ball. Mm-hmm. I have never said Brittany's good for a female ball player. Brittany can motherfucking ball, period.
And when you say that, we praise you for that, for the same reason we were talking earlier. Oh, my God, that's awesome that you're saying that she could ball. She's great. If you're like, yo, and the worst male basketball player in the NBA can destroy the best female basketball in the WNBA, people are like, oh, that's a sexist comment. How dare you say such things?
Can we all just deal with equality from now on?
In terms of?
Just everything. Like, just stop saying everything's prejudice when it's not prejudice. Stop saying we're being chauvinistic when we're not being chauvinistic. Just stop it, okay? Let me objectify what woman I want to objectify without being called a coon for it or Uncle Tom or a sellout. Okay, I understand that you hate white people, but that has nothing to do with me. Okay?
Yo, that's a funny idea for a sketch. Like, you fuck this white girl, and she's like, where you going? And you're like, I got to fuck 2 black girls or else I got to even this thing out.
No, did I ever tell you? Listen. Lupe Fiasco was fucking Aubrey.
Who?
Danity Kane.
Man, you got, because I thought we were talking about Toronto Aubrey.
Now this is OG.
I thought Lupe was one of the woes.
Listen, this is OG pro-black Lupe.
Okay.
Peace to that brother.
Fuck Obama, Lupe.
Aubrey said that Lupe prayed over the pussy before he fucked her. Like, prayed over her. Like, Allah, please forgive me. About to have sex with this white devil. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Like, I was like, wow.
Like it was kosher meat?
I respect it, though. That's commitment. Like, you're in character all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lupe, you don't got a front for her. You're about to fuck her. You know what I mean? I don't know if you was doing that for her or you was really doing it for God. But,
wow, he's a believer.
Man, hey, you're really about that shit that you be kicking.
I mean, not really, because he ended up fucking.
Yeah, but to pray over the pussy, like it's like, I gotta bless this food because it could be bad for me.
Listen, that's how you know he loves white women. That's how you know he like he don't just like them. Like you like a white woman like you like a black chick, but Lupe loves white women. When you have to ask for forgiveness, that's some pedophile shit.
Yeah, yes.
That is some.
No, God, no.
Please,
I know this is wrong. Please stop me. Please stop me from doing this.
Oh, I don't know if I can listen to Lupe anymore, bro.
That's what shows you that chick doesn't love herself. Can you imagine allowing somebody to fuck you after they have to pray to God?
That's the biggest compliment ever.
First of all, she's
this
white.
guy had to ask God.
Aubrey's white. She probably has no idea who Allah is. Okay, so Aubrey's like, who is he talking to? And she was like, please. He probably said, bless me for having sex with this Yakub's child. She's like, who the fuck is
Who's
Yakub?
Yakub? She got no clue what's going on.
She don't know what
She's
the
probably
fuck
there
going
like
on.
she's just like, he's so smart. Lupe's such a genius.
And I'm gonna tell you something else from experience from fucking white girls. White girls don't give a fuck what you're doing before you jump in that pussy. They just want that dick.
God, I'm
white
so
girls
detached.
are like, bring that cock here.
I'm so detached from like the fact that women could even think like that.
No, seriously.
That's how.
Me and my dude DJ Frosty. This was years ago in Columbia, South Carolina. We having a menage a trois.
Hold on, that's how you know that somebody's married. When you're telling a sex story and you got to put, this is years ago.
Oh, no, my wife knows about this one.
Not you. I'm talking about Frosty.
Oh, yeah. No. Frosty's not married either.
Oh, really?
He's just got 2 baby mamas. 2
God
kids.
bless him.
Oh, he's living a great life.
God bless him.
He's like big love.
Is this 2 different families, Frosty?
2 different families.
Oh, I met Frosty at the wedding. Yeah,
2 families Frosty.
Yeah.
So, 2 family Frost. So, me, I swear to God, me and Frosty having a menage a trois with these chicks. And this was when I was like going to the Muhammad Mosque number 38 in Columbia. I was really on my Dean. Oh my God. Deeper than that. I was like really on it. Me and my girl was actually broke up at the time. So I was really trying to do the righteous things in life. So I wasn't drinking or nothing. So these girls come to Frosty's crib. And we playing spades. We start playing strip spades.
The white girls know how to play spades.
It's a white girl. I'm not going to say their names because they're my homies now. Yeah. But it's a white girl and a black girl. So we playing spades and he start taking stuff off. I'm like, I got to go. I got to leave. I get up, walk to the door. Frosty's like, no, man, you can't leave, man. You can't stay. You got to stay, whatever. I'm like, nah, I got to go, man. They getting naked, you know. I gotta go to Moss in the morning. Like, I'm not doing this, right? So we playing spades. They taking their clothes off, whatever. Then they start drinking and shit. Frosty goes in the room and fucks them. I'm on the couch, sleep. All I hear is, Charlamagne. Charlamagne. All right, I'm gonna go peek. So I go in there and I peek, right? The white girl goes, I don't want to hear none of that God body shit. You bring that dick over here right now. Like, this shit sounded like, go listen to Nas. It was written in the beginning of Black Girls Lost when the girls are talking and they're like, I don't care about none of that God body shit. She was like, I don't care about none of that God body shit. Come over here and get this pussy.
You know what the problem with the podcast is?
What?
That nobody can see what my face looks like as you're telling me that story. My mouth will not close.
No, it was that serious.
Oh
she was like, look, she was like, pray in the morning. You coming to get this pussy.
Pray in the morning.
Like, it was really on some devil's advocate shit. Like, I saw their faces changing. I saw snakes crawling on the wall. Like, that shit fucked me up.
Charlamagne, God is a forgiving God.
Yes, he is. Because after I fucked those two girls, I thought I was going to hell. I was like, man, I'm going to hell. It's over. I don't ever deserve to get back with my now wife.
Yeah.
Like, my life is just shit. So Frosty, everybody's concerned. They call my pops. Like, oh, he's talking crazy. I think he might do something. My pops drives up to Columbia and he's like, what's up, man? What's going on?
Oh, you were really beat up about this?
I was fucked up. Like, whoa, I might kill myself type shit. Like, I was really trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
My pop goes, what's up, man? Tell me what the problem is. So I told him what happened. Now, that's why I love my father, because he's like me times 10. My father looks at me after I tell him what happened. He goes, so I drove an hour and a half up here because you drank some liquor and you got some pussy? And he goes, so then my pops goes, well, where they at? Because I feel like drinking some liquor and I want some pussy too. Nigga, what is wrong with you, nigga? You partied a little too much and you call me up here because of goddamn party, nigga? Where they at? Where they sound like fun. I need to see them. You know? And I'm like, but it put shit in perspective for me. Like,
Oh, the great story.
the fuck are we really tripping about?
Oh, fuck.
Some pussy and some liquor.
Hold up. So I drove an hour and a half here because you drank some liquor and got pussy.
Let's do this.
Hold on, before we do this Nature Box ad, DJ Vlad.
Oh, yeah, well, long story short, DJ Vlad is always causing shit. It was a video that I did with him. I got another video I want to talk about with Vlad, too. We're going to talk about when we come back. It's a video I did about Lil Wayne and how I loved, in fact, his tour bus got shot up. But that's my guy. So the DJ Vlad. Vlad has actually joined the Loudspeaker Network.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the Vlad interviews, like the things I'm talking about right now, you'll get to hear. It's kind of like him narrating what goes on Vlad TV, and I'm sure he'll be doing some exclusive interviews just for Loudspeaker.
What is Vlad?
It's called the Vlad Couch.
The Vlad Couch. What is Vlad?
What you mean?
What is his
Ethnically?
background?
He's Russian.
He's Russian.
He's Russian.
Okay, I felt like there was a little bit of what is it? Those guys that try to get Liam Neeson's family.
Vlad's a good dude. Vlad gets a lot of flack. People like to call him a culture vulture. Mm-hmm. But my thing with Vlad is he doesn't make people sit on that couch and say anything that they don't want to say. Like, he's just like any other media outlet.
Yeah. If anything, the people are preying off of him too.
Yeah, and you put a microphone in somebody's face, you turn the camera on. He doesn't make Lord Jamal say the things that he says. He doesn't make Charlamagne say the things that he says. He don't make Star say the things. He don't make nobody say anything that they don't want to say. So you can't be mad at Vlad for being the outlet. I'm not. I fuck with Vlad, and I've been fucking with Vlad for a long time.
And I'm sure there's a lot of things that his show has, a lot of things his show has brought to light that have helped the culture in a lot of ways. It's not like it's only negativity that's coming from this show.
Absolutely.
It's like you probably learned a lot of interesting stories and maybe inspirational shit. Maybe you've even told inspirational stories that have inspired people and things. So is he a culture vulture because he's helping you in a weird way, get to where you want to be in your career?
Is he a culture vulture just because he has an outlet?
Come on. So if you're white, you can't have an outlet of historically black music? Come on, stop it.
Not if it's black guys talking shit and tearing down other black guys, and it's a white guy giving you an outlet. It's wrong to do on Vlad, but perfectly fine for us to go watch black people beating up each other on World Star. Okay, perfect.
Just because Q's black.
Q's
black, so
that's fine.
But what's interesting is when white people shit all over white people, they're so praised for it. You watch The Daily Show or something like that, and it's just an hour of, or half an hour of, white people are horrible in here.
True.
White people are horrible there. White people, nobody's saying they're culture vultures.
Yes.
Nobody, and it's because they're the majority. When you're the majority, you can only shit on the majority.
Jon Stewart can talk shit about Bill O'Reilly. Jon Stewart can talk shit about
the entire
Tom Brady,
Middle America.
all of Middle America.
I want to talk about Tom Brady, by
and
the way.
they act like he is
to God.
Jon Stewart is just so sharp and so smart. Meanwhile, Charlamagne's a hater. You know what I'm saying?
If you want people to think that you're like fighting for them, just shit on the majority. That's all you got to do. No. But no, you don't.
I shit on everybody.
You shit on everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm in the same
an
boat.
Equal opportunity.
Exactly. You're gonna get this shit.
You're gonna get it.
You're gonna if you shit, you're gonna get this shit.
You're gonna get it. Black, white, Puerto Rican, aliens, whoever, they gonna get this slander.
Except Kylie.
The donkey.
Kylie gets no slander. God
Man,
bless her.
God bless Kylie Jenner, man.
Countdown to August. Countdown to August, baby.
Only people
Listen,
I only discriminate against a few people.
Okay, who?
Will Smith and Jada.
I thought you were
I am. I'm a Pinkett Smith, Winfrey Knowles Carter. So
Yeah.
Will Smith and Jada, Beyonce
Oh,
and
discriminate
Jay.
in terms you don't talk
and
shit.
Oprah
Got you.
Winfrey. Nope.
Not you.
Those 5 are slander free, baby.
Those are Muhammad.
Those are the.
You are not painting any pictures of those 5 people.
That's just my life. Okay? That's just my life and how I choose to live. You hear me? Now let's pay some bills.
All right.
2 words, people. 2 words. Free snacks.
Yeah, baby.
Salute to our listeners who post pictures of themselves with Nature Box. Mardi Gras 718. I wonder where he's from or she's from. Clearly New York. For those who don't know, that's the New York area code.
Well, actually, that's the boroughs area code. 212 is that Manhattan area code.
What's 718? Brooklyn, right?
7 is Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Staten
Okay.
Island, all the other ones. Yeah.
All right. Well, they got the free trial now. It's time for you to commit, man. We see you out there. Salute to Russell Artista and at Mrs. Thorough. We see you with your Nature Boxes.
Something that is tasty and satisfying but does not make you feel guilty afterwards. What you need are snacks from Nature Box. Choose over 100 healthy and crave-worthy options to be delivered right to your door. All their snacks are made with 0, and I repeat, 0 artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners, 0 grams of trans fats, and no high fructose corn syrup. And best of all, they taste amazing, everybody.
That's right. So good and so much better for you than the other snack options out there. So next time you're hungry, please not only grab some of these mini Belgian waffles, these strawberry lemonade fruit stars, and sweet and salty nut medleys. Bring some to us because we haven't tasted these yet.
Yeah,
and these
give us
mini
the
Belgian
new shit.
waffles taste good.
Send them out here. Well, I think Nature Box, you need to send us a new batch of these flavors that are coming out because how are we supposed to promote them if you're not going to let us try them?
That's right.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to try these mini Belgian waffles, these strawberry lemonade fruit stars.
So right now, if you go to naturebox.com/idiots, you can get a free trial of their favorite snacks. Free snacks delivered to your door. What are you waiting for? Go to naturebox.com/idiots to start your free trial today.
One more. FanDuel is changing the way people play fantasy sports. Charlamagne, did you know that?
Absolutely, man. Give every single game that playoff type game on the line excitement this season. And join FanDuel today, okay? You can pick a brand new team any day you want. Entry fees start at just $1. No season-long commitment, no upfront fees. They're the leader in one-day fantasy sports for real money with immediate cash payouts. Stop waiting 6 months to win a league, man. Play the day, win the night. It's not just baseball. You can play hockey and NBA playoff games on FanDuel, too.
That's right. Ride LeBron. Ride the wave right now. Everyone is saying he was washed. Then he scores 38 points in a victory the other night. Forget it. I think you guys need to hop on it. Put him on your team. You can even do it for $1. That's all you got to do. They're going to match it. Make it happen.
That's right. And last week, James from Columbus, Texas, turned $3 into 10,000.
Woo!
Now that's the flip.
Woo!
That's the flip. You hear me? 10,000 bands in one night on FanDuel. Join him and the over 1 million people who have already won money playing fantasy sports on FanDuel. FanDuel is paying out more than $2.5 million every single day this Major League Baseball season. But you got to play to win, so sign up today.
Go to FanDuel.com and click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Use our code BRILLIANT and sign up right now. Special offer for new users. For every $1 you deposit, FanDuel will match it with up to $200 that gets earned as you play. That's a bonus of up to $200. Offer is only good for the first 50 people who use our code BRILLIANT. Don't forget to use our code BRILLIANT.
That's right, FanDuel.com, where every day is a new season. That's FanDuel.com. Sign up today. Now, Tom Brady.
Yes, we need to talk about Tom Brady.
I don't feel like Tom Brady did anything wrong.
I cannot agree with you more.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I wish my team would find a way to cheat. I want Tony Romo to deflate some goddamn footballs. If you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough. Who in life is not trying to get ahead? Who in life is not trying to get an advantage over people?
Yeah. Look, I'm with you. I think there's a lot of things that go into this. One, I blame Ray Rice for this entire situation.
Why? Why do you blame
Because
Ray Rice?
If Ray Rice didn't deflate his fiance's head, and the NFL didn't fuck that up by giving him a 2-game suspension, they wouldn't be trying to make up for their fuck up by screwing over Brady right now.
FYI, I don't know why people kept tweeting this and saying this all week. They were like, Ray Rice got 2 games for knocking his girlfriend unconscious. How does Tom Brady get 4 for deflating footballs? I don't know if y'all noticing that. Ray Rice ain't been in the league since.
But he got 2 games initially, and then the video leaked, and then they were like, I mean, we're going to suspend him indefinitely.
Got to get the fuck on.
But
so
my
that's
point
not
is,
even a fair comparison.
But my point is, initially, they only gave him 2 games. And then when the public saw what happened, then they fined him. But here's the issue. You're trying to do a makeup call. I did a little research into this shit, right? So it turns out, in 2006, right?
Okay.
Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, along with 20 other quarterbacks, lobbied the NFL to allow away teams to bring their own footballs for games.
Got you.
Right? Now, that leads me to go, why would they want to do this? What's the point of doing that? It's because all of them doctor the footballs. You don't have to have a new football, I found out, on game day. You get the footballs that week. You can throw them in the dryer. You can scuff them up. Some people overinflate them. Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers quarterback, said, I prefer the ball as inflated as possible. Peyton might want it a little less. Tom might want it a little less. But basically, all the quarterbacks have already agreed, hey, let's just bring our own footballs. We'll warm them up to the plays that we want to warm up.
What's the problem?
Nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. Furthermore, last year, the Chargers got caught putting Stickum on the football. Remember
Jerry
Stickum?
Rice said he used to put Stickum on his hands.
On his hands, right? So Stickum, and guess what happened to the Chargers when they were caught doing it?
What?
Warning. Stick them. We're not talking about you take a little pressure out of the ball. Stick them, right? Yeah. Furthermore, Tom Brady in that Colts game for the AFC Championship, or NFC, whatever it was. AFC Championship game. After the ball was changed, went on a 28-0 run.
The Colts.
So, if anything, the Colts should have been happy that he was playing with a deflated ball because it was competitive when they were playing with a deflated ball.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, it makes no difference in the game. Who cares if they want to have a little out or a little bit more? It makes zero difference. Whatever your preference is, you're just making you're really hurting Tom Brady's legacy as a great quarterback. Maybe not to you, but
in my mind, I'm looking at Tom Brady like, boy, Tom is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah,
that motherfucker wants to win at all
and
costs.
I'm with you on that. But in reality, people might look at this like, oh, he cheated. There's an asterisk on his thing. Maybe not Barry Bonds level asterisk, but there is a fucking asterisk on his championships.
If all it takes is some deflated footballs to win 4 Super Bowls, go to 6 Super Bowls, please, Tony Romo, start deflating the goddamn football so my Cowboys can go to the Super Bowl. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. You still got to throw the ball. You still got to motherfucking catch the ball. Like, I don't understand what the fuck. How is a deflated football changing the course of the game?
How does a deflated football help Russell Wilson throw an interception on the 1-yard line? How does a deflated football help your offensive line?
How about in that Super Bowl, footballs weren't deflated? Because Deflategate
was
already
on.
It was before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, nobody touched the ball.
Nobody touched the ball.
Dude, it's just... but they're making up for their fuck-up and punishing Tom Brady, and I resent the NFL for it because Tom Brady is their golden boy. Tom Brady is the guy they're putting on every single picture. He is the NFL.
Tom Brady should have icon privilege.
What is icon?
Icon privilege.
Yes, like NFL, like not like NBA when LeBron gets calls or Jordan gets calls.
Tom Brady should have icon.
I'm with you.
Privilege. He should not be getting punished for suspended for 4 games. All these fines for deflating some fucking football.
Do you think that other coaches? Sorry, you think other quarterbacks in the league should come out and say, "Hey, we all doctor the balls. This is something everybody does."
Yes, I think Brady should have said himself like, yo, I just like my balls a little bit more deflated. I didn't know they was taking that much air out. But I'm going to tell you something else.
Yeah.
I think this is all some bullshit.
What do you mean?
think that the NFL is the greatest reality show in the world today because we're in the middle of the NBA motherfucking playoffs.
And you getting shine.
You had 2 Game 5s yesterday. When I turned on ESPN, all I saw was goddamn Deflategate. I got mad. Like, I don't give a shit. How many ways are y'all going to talk about motherfucking this guy having deflated footballs? What about LeBron and the Cavs in Chicago? What about Houston and the motherfucking Clippers? Are you going to talk about basketball at all?
So it's just, you think the NFL is like a needy late girlfriend? She's just going to find someone to fight about.
They're the best.
What was Stevie J's girl in Love and Hip Hop called? What was her name?
Jocelyn?
Jocelyn,
yes.
So this is like Jocelyn's abortion.
Absolutely.
She's like, I need some TV time.
Listen, the NFL is the best reality show going.
That's a great point.
If you was watching ESPN all this week, you would think it was football season. You would think it was football season. And let's not get it fucked up. It's like anything else. It's all about celebrity. Because trust me, if that was the Cleveland Browns quarterback who was deflating footballs, nobody would give a shit.
Well, especially because they won the Super Bowl.
Not only because they won the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
because it's Tom the God Brady.
They're successful. They are the majority. Like we were fucking saying. You can hate on the majority all you want. When the Oakland Raiders, David Carr deflates a football, nobody gives a fuck. When the San Diego Chargers fuck with the football, nobody gives a fuck. When the Bengals warm up the balls on the sidelines, were caught and were worn, nobody gives a fuck.
Who gives a shit?
Nothing good can happen to the majority.
Nothing. Greg Hardy motherfucking got suspended 10 games. Shit was a headline. It's America's team, the Cowboys. Why are you not talking about that crazy? You know what I'm saying? It's because it's Tom Brady. Tom Brady and the Patriots are the majority. They're classism. The Patriots are at the top of the motherfucking food chain. Tom's married to Giselle. It's a headline. He's on the cover of all the newspapers. He's on the front of magazines. All this motherfucker did was take the man out to football.
Point is, if you want people to root for you in life, fail. Okay? That's the only way that you're going to get people on your side is fucking fail.
Listen, I didn't give a fuck. It's not like he cheated on Giselle.
Oh,
okay?
You don't think he cheated on Giselle?
You cheated at football. Who gives a fuck?
But if he cheated on Giselle?
You cheat on Giselle. Now, Tom, you need to be chastised, you dumb fuck. How dare you cheat publicly on such a beautiful woman?
You don't think Tom has cheated on Giselle?
Nah. You got your charger?
Yeah.
You know your charger? Nah.
I don't know, man.
Nah. It's hard for people like that to cheat, Schulz.
I mean, yeah, I think I agree with that. I think it's like...
All these hating ass bitches out here, you can't just fuck Giselle Bundchen's husband, who happens to be Tom Brady, and not Instagram about it.
You're right. It's a waste.
Okay?
It's a waste.
Remember when the dude from the Patriots fucked the girl? What was the guy named with the beard? I can't remember his name. And the girl took a picture of them in the bed together.
Oh, wait, with a beard?
Yeah, he had a beard.
You're not talking about...
Nah, shut the fuck up, Chris. Chris said Brett Favre.
No, but Brett Favre was
You're
selling...
no John, Chris.
Brett Favre was sending dick pics, and then the girl put them out there in the world.
Okay, another point.
That's so true, man.
Yes.
Wow, you can't do shit. Social media really... Dude, social media made life great for single guys, but ruined infidelity for guys in relationships.
These girls can't even eat a good meal without taking a picture of it. You think they're not going to take a picture of Tom Brady's dick?
Especially if you eating it.
What? You think I'm not going to get a picture? Tom Brady fell asleep in my bed, and I'm not going to get me a goddamn picture of Instagram, and I know I ain't shit but a jump off anyway? You think I give a fuck?
If it's going in a girl's mouth, it's going on Instagram. Okay? That's brunch. That's a fucking dick. That's whatever it is.
Bless you. It's a chick online right now. I don't even know her name. Mm-hmm. LeBron James liked her picture. She was in school for something. She decided to drop out of school to pursue her modeling career.
Wow.
Because LeBron James liked her picture. She said it was a sign from God. No, it was a sign that LeBron was fucking horny and you got a fat ass and he was going through Instagram and he decided to like your motherfucking pictures because you got a fat ass. Which was a stupid move of him. Because, and you know what, man?
You see what he does.
You know what brought so much attention to it? The fact that he don't tweet on Instagram and none of that shit during the playoffs. Wow. So you motherfucking liking pictures? You're a married man with kids? LeBron, you got to be smarter than that.
And then what happened next game? 38 points.
Yeah, to take people's mind off this shit.
Listen, I gotta have a game to make people forget about my infidelity.
I gotta hit this goddamn game winner. If I miss this motherfucking buzzer beater, they're gonna be like, you shouldn't be on Instagram liking motherfuckers' picture, you married motherfucking man. The fuck is wrong with these people, man?
It's true, man. So what was this other Vlad video you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
It's the Wayne thing with the...
Yeah, I want to talk about this other Vlad video before we bring in our guest. Right. Very special guest today. But the Lil Wayne video. In the video, if you don't know, Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up.
Yeah, I heard
a couple
about
weeks ago in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Nobody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got hit. Nobody got killed. Okay. So Vlad asked me what I thought about it. I said, I love it. And the reason I said I love it is because I said, yo, if somebody would have got shot, somebody would have got killed, I'd have been like, that's fucked up. That's not what the culture is all about. But since nothing but the bus got hurt, I love it.
Why?
And the reason I love it is because I feel like we live in an era where people can portray these images, right? And they portray these images of these gangsters. They portray these images of these killers, these gangbangers. But these guys aren't really living like that. You know what I'm saying? They're walking around with security. They're going home to their families. You know, Lil Wayne's a multimillionaire. He's not out there. But these young, impressionable kids, they don't know that. So these young, impressionable kids are influenced, and they go out there and live these lifestyles.
And they bang,
and they're the ones that get fucked up for real, for real. Yeah. They're the ones that really get shot. They're the ones that really get killed. They're the ones that really end up going to jail. So when these situations happen to these guys like Lil Wayne,
karma, you're saying?
Not only karma, I just like for kids to see that there are consequences to these actions.
Okay.
And back in the day, in the 90s, when motherfuckers used to act like that, the real motherfuckers would get at them. The real street niggas would get at these motherfucking rappers for pretending to be something that they're not. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
and then not only that, just on a pure entertainment level, I get tired of seeing Young Thug talk about all this gangster shit, and he's flashing his guns on Instagram, and then Wayne's talking shit about him on stage. Motherfucker, why don't y'all do something? If y'all really supposed to be about it, why don't y'all fist fight or something? Y'all don't gotta shoot at each other, but shoot in the air when y'all around each other. Just to let motherfuckers know, like, nigga, we out here. Like, let me rap used to be about that shit, okay? You couldn't just talk crazy. Motherfuckers will confront you with the Source Awards. When Suge really had a problem with Dr. Dre, hey, man, you see, before he go accept his award, go punch him in the face. And after he got punched in the face, what happened? Immediate retaliation. Young Buck stabbed the motherfucker. Okay? If you're going to pretend, or if you're going to be the savages, be the savages. Go all out. Wipe each other out. I don't give a fuck. All I care about is these young, impressionable minds that see this shit and think it's no consequences to this shit. And it's they do. Listen, when I see some bad shit happen to somebody, I don't want to be that person. Smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. If they see more of the so-called gangsters in rap, they see more real shit happening to them, meaning they're getting in altercations, or they're getting shot, or getting shot at, or they're going to jail, they wouldn't want to be that.
I think you're making a good point here, and I think you could even go further and say that Wayne and Young Thug and these guys talking about this life who aren't living it are the real culture vultures.
Oh yes,
they're taking advantage of this hood lifestyle, profiting off of this hood lifestyle, but not living it and promoting it to the youth who actually does try to live it, like you're saying.
Yes.
So wow.
And guess what?
Now, I don't want them to die. Sorry
I don't
to
want them to die. I don't want them to die. I don't want them to get. I said that in the video. I said the reason I'm saying this is because nothing got hurt but the bus.
Question. Do you think that life is better for today's rappers than it was back in the day? Like, I think maybe a lot of the rappers that are coming up now, like you have the J. Coles who went to college. You have these people who weren't coming from the slums.
I love it.
So maybe the landscape of rap is changing. In that it's not about this thug shit.
You know why? That's a great point. When you talk about the J. Coles, when you talk about the Drakes, when you talk about the Wale's, when you talk about the Big Seans, these were the young kids that was sitting back watching Pac get killed. These were the young kids that was sitting back watching Biggie get killed. They watched Shine go to jail for shooting up in the club. Plus, they probably had a bunch of guys in their neighborhood who they saw, go down because of all the bullshit. And they was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that way. That's what Kendrick said. I'm a good kid in a mad city. I see all of this shit around me, but I don't want to be involved with that because they're wise. Smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So that's why I say I love when I see gangster rappers get involved in real gangster shit, because it shows some young impressionable kid out there, that's not the route I want to go. And just on a pure entertainment ignorant factor, I like when gangster rappers do gangster shit. If you're gonna be about that shit, nigga. And wipe out each other. Don't go fucking with, if you Lil Wayne, don't go fuck with Kendrick. If you Young Thug, don't go fuck with J. Cole. Yes, y'all should be fucking with each other. Y'all should be trying to take each other out. Since y'all want to be ignorant, since y'all don't want to appreciate the blessings that God has bestowed upon you, where you get to go travel the world and make hundreds of thousands of dollars, in Lil Wayne's case, millions of dollars, doing what you love to do. Since you want to still be about that fuck shit, go do fuck shit with each other.
So how should they settle beefs now? How do middle class people settle beefs?
This is what I said on the Vlad video.
How do upper class? No, Chris made a good ass point. Lawsuits.
No. How about this? Rap. Remember that? Remember when guys used to always make records about each other?
Yeah.
Y'all don't even do that no more. Where the bars at?
Wow. And you know what? Now is the perfect time, because we don't have to wait for it to come out on a CD.
Yes.
We could literally hear it tomorrow. Oh, you beef, dude.
Where the bars at?
The internet might be the best time for rap beef.
Listen, man. Where the bars at? Listen, if you're not, and it's like I said on the Vlad TV video, if you're not going to rap about it, if you're not going to fight each other when you see each other, if you're not going to shoot a stab when you see each other, then everybody shut the fuck up.
Well, what's the point of rapping if now the expectation is, if you don't like somebody, you got to kill him?
It don't have to be that way. We can bring the power back. Listen, somebody asked me this on Twitter. They was talking about, yo, you don't think it's fucked up to say what you said about Wayne and Young Thug? I said, do you think it's fucked up that they rap about the things that they rap about? The guns and the violence. Yeah. Rappers are the ones who put it out there that they have to be so real. Oh, that's what he asked me. He said, hip-hop is the only genre of music where people have to prove that they're real. Rappers did that. The general public didn't do that.
No, that's
Rappers did
every
that.
genre of music.
No, it's not.
Absolutely.
Nobody gives a fuck if Ozzy Osbourne's busting his gun.
Because he's not talking about busting his gun.
But that's my point.
But we require Ozzy to be crazy. Remember when Ozzy was biting off bats' heads? If we found out that Ozzy had like a strictly gluten-free diet, that he went to the gym 2 hours a day, we'd be like, well, this is bullshit.
But what do you expect Sam Smith to be?
Say what?
What do you expect Sam Smith to be?
Gay. What is it? Like, if I find out Sam Smith is fucking pussy, I'm going to be furious.
You're mad as a motherfucker.
I'm pissed.
What do you expect Ed Sheeran to be? Nothing.
Loving.
Okay, whatever. Then, what do you expect Beyonce to be?
A wife and fierce.
But there's
fierce wife.
But all I'm saying is those are good. Those are just regular human expectations. In rap music, you gotta be real. And there was a point in time where you had to be a gangster.
But that's because rap is the most exaggerative of all the musics, right?
No, that's because rappers glorify the gang culture, celebrate the drug culture, glorify the use of guns.
But doesn't Usher glorify the love culture? Like, I'll be honest, if I'm a girl and Usher fucks me and he's not amazing at that shit, I'm pissed. I'm like, yo, where's the dick at? You know what I mean? Put on fucking, what is it? What is that song?
Yeah, but guess what?
Was it the fire in the background?
Usher don't even have to have a big dick.
Confessions.
Usher don't gotta have a big dick.
He don't need to have a big dick. He need to know how to use it.
No. Set the mood, nigga. Light some goddamn candles. Put the fireplace on. Put some rose petals down. I want some of this R&B dick.
If a girl said that shit, imagine a girl said that. I can't say the N-word, but set the mood. Like she's upset at it.
What the fuck? What the fuck? You trying to thug me out? What the fuck you mean? You ain't no goddamn rapper. I expect that shit from Chris Brown. Mister, these hoes ain't loyal, but you gonna court me.
You gonna play some music.
You gonna play some goddamn music.
I need to feel some bass on this pussy.
You gonna fuck me to some Jodeci. What the fuck is wrong with you, Usher? But it's like, yo, who gives a shit? It's like, yo, man, stop it. It's like rappers put themselves out there. They want to be real. They want to be gangsters. So guess what? If you're going to live that life, it's consequences to that action.
Don't be surprised if that life lives you.
That's it. And that's all I'm trying to say. So I don't know how motherfuckers, once again, got mad at me for that shit.
I think they just hear, Wayne deserves to be shut up, and they don't put it in context.
Exactly. Yeah. They read the headline. Mm-hmm. Listen to actually what I said, because in the video, on Vlad's video, I actually say, I'm glad nobody got shot or killed. Mm-hmm. And if somebody would have got shot or killed, I would have said that's fucked up. Yeah. That's not what the culture is about. Yeah. But since just the bus got hurt, yeah, I love that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's WWE.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
No, you're right. It's theater. It's theatrical. I guess there's just this worry that the life could be lost, which I know that you don't. That's I think the problem with. I think honestly that's the problem right now when it comes to headlines and reading the headlines is we hear buzzwords and then we react based on how we feel about the buzzword. For example, I think it's wrong that women get raped. People just hear rape and they go, Andrew's a fucking maniac. How fucking can he think?
This portion of the Brilliant Day, this is sponsored by Rape. You know, this is the rape segment of the show. I'm thinking, are we going to get through the show without mentioning rape today? No.
We back. Everybody's sitting here watching, looking at their fucking watches like, man, if they don't mention
they don't start talking about dick and rape soon. Okay? When are they going to start talking about the dick and the rape? I'm sitting there telling all my friends about how this is the best dicky rapey podcast. Okay?
I'd be fucked up there watching, they're listening to a group. No, trust me. They talk about it. No. Guys, stick with it. Stick with it. No, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
All right, we got our guest in the building.
Yay!
Right on time.
I'm excited for all you guys to be here.
Matter
of
fact, let's pay these bills first. Okay.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. You pay bills.
Absolutely. Are you gonna take a shit or pee? You don't know what?
Yeah, I know what it is. It's
one or two.
It's gonna be two, but it's gonna be quick.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be real quick.
All right, listen, Bevel, get clearer, smoother skin with Bevel. Who doesn't want that? Bevel is the first and only shaving system created for men with coarse curly hair. Basically, this is the first shaving system created for black men, okay? We've already told you, please stop going out on those dates or those job interviews with big razor bumps all over your face or skin irritations on the back of your neck. You know you've done this before, okay? Think about all the jobs you didn't get, all those times those bumps stopped you from getting or getting laid. I'm sorry, this is an advertisement. Or even getting a number, okay? Here's another reason to get Bevel. They just did a test where they took like squabs of men's beards, and guess what they found? The same bacteria that's in your fecal matter. The researcher said men's beards are dirtier than toilets. But I mean, that's only because everybody's out here eating booty like groceries, okay? So we might want to do these studies after the whole ass-eating phenomenon dies down, okay? But stop wearing a toilet on your face and get down with Bevel. It's time you treated yourself right and got a man's razor, not a boy's, a man's, okay? And Bevel is not the type of cheap, flimsy razor you're probably used to. This is the real deal. This is quality, not the junk you find collecting dust at the bottom of a shelf in Walgreens. When a woman walks in your bathroom and sees your Bevel system by the sink, it's a good look, all right? Tristan Walker is out there throwing you guys alley-oops, all right? Keeping your face smooth, okay? Check out getbevel.com today. Use code IDIOTS to get 20% off your first month at getbevel.com. That's GETBEVEL.com. And now is a great time to get Bevel because this month is National Skin Cancer Awareness Month, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that voice is Dr. Natasha Sandy. If you wonder who Dr. Natasha Sandy is, she is the woman that applies my bleach on my face. She is the woman that has been bleaching my skin and has me out here as a light-skinned individual now. This is the woman that scraped the toast, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Dr. Natasha Sandy.
Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Now, first of all, tell them where you're from originally.
Well, I'm originally from England, the United
Okay.
Kingdom, and my family is from the Caribbean. They're from Trinidad and Grenada.
Okay, so you went to school in England or America?
For medical school?
Yes.
In America, in the United States.
But you started college in England?
Yeah, I did some in England, and then I came here, and then with the intention of not really staying, but I ended up staying.
Got you. So I asked you this, when I first started going to you. You always knew you wanted to help people's skin.
Yes.
Why? Like, what at an early age makes somebody say, I want to be a skin doctor?
Well, it's really because of my own. I always wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
I can't remember not wanting to be a doctor. But in terms of the skin in particular, it was because I had my own concerns with skin, with skin issues like acne. Like in real life, I'm a pizza face. I tell patients that all the time.
Okay.
In real life, I'm a pizza face. So I had lots and lots of problems with acne, I had eczema, I had seasonal allergies, I had everything. And so because of that, I wanted to treat the skin, but I wanted to treat it from the inside out because I had, like I said, I had allergies, food-related issues, and then when I went to doctors, they didn't really address it. So I actually did both. I did family medicine and I did derm. So
I bet you were so annoying when you were younger. Always wanting to pop people's pimples and shit.
yeah, I did. If there were pimples, I still do that now. I mean, that's why, this is what I love.
Now, one thing I like about Dr. Natasha Sandy, you always say that you do things from the inside out. Explain that a little more, because you're a nutritionist as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, like I said, my experience was from the inside out. I had my foods were my issue, allergies were my issue, and so that's why I actually chose the route where I did family and derm. And so when I say from the inside out, when patients come to me, they come to me about initially what's visible, right? But then the question becomes, what's the source, right? Is there something in your lifestyle, in your diet, or other medical conditions that could be contributing to what's going on with you? And reality is 95% of the time it is. And even with current diseases that we previously thought was purely skin, for example, like psoriasis is one.
Psoriasis is a skin disease?
Yeah.
I thought that shit had to do with your toes or something. Like arthritis of the feet.
Well, actually, you do have arthritis. You have arthritic, psoriatic arthritis.
Okay.
But this primarily was considered purely a skin disease, right? But now with psoriasis, we recognize that it's an inflammatory component. So we look at, it's systemic. So people usually have diabetes. If you have diabetes, high blood pressure, if you're a smoker, that makes your psoriasis worse. Like eczema, for example. Eczema, when I was growing up, when I told them I ate dairy or I ate certain foods and it made it worse, they looked at me like I was crazy, and they looked at my mum like I was crazy. But I became a vegan, and my eczema went away.
Now, she brings up a very good point. You talked about inflammation. I don't know if I want to talk about the pills that you give me because I want people to pay you for them. Can we talk, should we?
We don't have to give them the details because
Okay.
that's revealing.
It's
But
a
we can give general information.
Well, it's a pill you give me for inflammation.
I'm back. Sorry.
Schulz is back. And I noticed, well, first of all, I noticed when I used to have those dark marks on my face, the skin discoloration.
Right.
I noticed that when I drank, it seemed like they would get darker.
Right.
And you told me it was inflammation.
Right.
So you gave me these pills that kind of help the inflammation go down.
Right.
So your skin can get inflamed. It can actually.
Right. It could. What your skin does.
Oh, you're from England.
Yes, I'm from England.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You got a fancy doctor.
Hey man, she ain't that fancy. I met her on the roof drinking Remy.
I mean,
How
this is a good thing.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah,
'Cause
let's
she's
talk.
upset of the way I described how I met her.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay, you're on a roof.
So
You're drinking Remy.
no, Charlamagne presents the story, right? That I
Right.
just like rolled up on him, right,
Right.
in the very American-like fashion, like rolled
Yeah.
up on the rooftop.
She did and told me my
and
face was
then
fucked up.
said, "I can fix that." Wasn't quite like that.
It was.
It was
Let
the
me just tell you,
introduction,
that's how
Charlamagne.
he would roll up to somebody and
Right,
say,
right.
you know. So I think that's the world he
Right.
creates. Like he's the kind of guy that walks up to somebody. You got some small tits. You want
Right.
some bigger tits? I'll buy you some bigger tits. I feel like that's just who he is.
And maybe it was telepathic that he knew what I was really thinking, but that's not what happened.
Okay, how did it go?
Because often I feel like saying that to people, like, "Listen, I could help you out," but I don't.
We have a
really do
mutual friend, Randy.
that. I have a
Wait,
mutual friend.
that's a great question.
Randy.
How do you walk up to someone and say your face sucks in a polite manner?
So usually usually people there's an introduction, but sometimes I'll just talk to people. Sometimes I just actually will do what he says.
Use
and
me as
say
an
it.
example. How'd you do it?
Okay, so in terms of Charlamagne, my friend Randy Hatchell, right?
Yeah.
What up, Randy?
Hey Rand. So she actually introduced me to Charlamagne and said, "Hi, this is my friend Natasha." I think, did she mention that I was a doctor? I think she may have. I don't know. She may have.
So.
I think she
Randy
said that.
must have been concerned about my skin as
right,
well.
right.
Okay. Yeah.
For a while. But anyway. Nonetheless, so but all my friends are like, you know, they're happy. They're like, this is my friend Natasha.
Yeah.
She's a doctor. She hangs out, but she's a doctor
Yeah.
too. So she says, she's a doctor. So he goes, oh really? So then she goes, I can't remember what you said, but you said, what do you do? And I said, I treat skin and from the inside out. And then you said to me, oh, so how's my skin? So I'm English, and sometimes we're quite blunt. No, you said, so what about me? So then, English we're told to be quite blunt. So I didn't want to be.
English people are blunt?
Yeah, we're
I thought you're like Mrs. You're
Did
like
you never
beat
watch the
around.
Benny Hill show?
No, we're
No,
polite.
you beat around the bush.
No,
polite.
we don't. No, we're
Yes.
No,
we're
no, no, no,
polite.
Come on.
But we like, when we say
Very
it,
to the point.
Yeah, we're to the
I
point.
don't know if that's my mom's from Scotland, dude. I grew up with like a lot of people from
she's
Britain and shit
Scottish.
like that. Yeah, but like I think England's all like we're gonna put on airs, we're gonna just
No, we have
behave
ears.
yourself and everything's okay.
We may have ears a
Yeah.
little bit, but we get to the point.
Okay.
Or at least Americans seem to be shaken by our frankness. We're quite frank.
I thought we're the frank ones.
No, you're just loud.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's true.
So then, so he said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Oh, it's all right." I thought, "Oh," and I said, "Well, it's all right." And all
She
right,
was really thinking, oh.
yeah. All right, yeah. So then he goes, "Well," and he said, "Well, really? What do you mean all right?" And I'm like, "Well, I can fix that."
And,
And
he
that's
pointed
it.
at-
She pointed at
Yeah,
my
and I said, I could fix
raccoon
that.
marks,
Yeah.
So that's
my skin discoloration.
Yeah, he looked like J.J. Watt.
yeah.
Ray Lewis when he used to wear the
Yeah,
face
yeah,
paint on
yeah,
his
Exactly.
head.
Yeah.
So I can fix that. And I think honestly, for me, I see it in people because when I look at people, I realize, you know what? I know I can fix that, or I think they probably don't realize that can be changed because of my personal experience.
Yeah.
And that's what drives me. I'm like, oh, if they only knew, they didn't have to walk around like that.
God, I'm feeling insecure right now.
Well, listen,
I
that-
feel like you're just looking at my face, thinking of the things that can be changed.
But no, that's
I
what
think I
people
have good skin though.
A
No?
lot-
It's not bad.
Fuck you, not
don't-
bad. Are you kidding me? This shit is flawless.
And you're a black doctor, but you do white, black, everything.
Yeah, I have 60-40.
What does that mean?
60% of my clients earn 40% of my clients are of color.
40% of your
40%.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
60% are not
Now,
of
how
color.
many of them have you just bleached into white people like Charlamagne?
I would say 0 because I
0%.
fundamentally don't believe in what people consider bleaching. So
First of all, can we tell? I don't even know what is.
Is Charlamagne?
So I think
let's ask the question everybody
What?
wants to know: is Charlamagne the god? Okay, little Dick Larry
really?
bleaching his skin,
I mean, whatever she says, nobody's gonna believe it.
but
Right,
is,
no,
is he? Look
no,
at,
he's not bleaching. And I think what people don't understand is
you heard it here on the Brilliant Idiots.
Stop
Everybody.
interrupting her. Do you read? People hate when you do that. Let her talk. Go ahead.
this thing is in my face. So, because I think what people don't understand is, what most people mean when they say bleaching, they're talking about completely changing your color from one to the next, right?
Yeah.
Altering your pigment to go to a totally lighter color, right?
Like Vibes Cartel.
Right, exactly.
Sammy Sosa.
Or Sammy Sosa, right? Or a whole bunch of other people in the Caribbean and Africa and stuff. But, you know, and Asia and India, they're doing it too,
Yeah.
right? So that's not what happens. What people don't realize is when you see this uneven. See, Charlamagne had uneven pigment. It wasn't like he was evenly one color and then he went from one color, even color, to another color. And if you looked at his whole skin, his skin matches evenly, right? What you have is there are many different causes. Anything that causes inflammation in skin of color, right? And that means Asian, Middle Eastern, Black, African American, Caribbean. Anything that causes inflammation in the skin will leave dark pigments. So even the sun causing inflammation on the skin and irritation will leave dark marks. So once you treat that, right, then you will alleviate the dark pigments. All right.
I'm trying to figure out what started me having that though, because I remember vividly my father saying to me one day, "Are you out here smoking crack? Are you smoking crack? Look at you, your face all dark, like a raccoon. This thing, you out there smoking crack?" And I'm like, "No."
Well, I mean, there is a reason why initially, like most of the, the first thing when people say I've got dark spots, I always say, well, yeah, but we've got to figure out the diagnosis or the underlying pathology for the uneven pigment, right?
Okay.
And it ranges, right? So first you've got to determine that, and then you have to treat it. I mean, there are simple things like sometimes it's not even pigment, it's just shadow. So I had a couple patients come in and they were saying that they have dark pigment. Somewhat, they were like, my situation's like Charlamagne, you're the poster child for
I'm the guinea pig.
Right? So I
went from a raccoon to a guinea pig now.
So they're like, they said, I have what Charlamagne has.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, here we go again. So they came in and actually wasn't even a skin disease, and they'd seen many doctors about it. Really what was happening is that they were actually aging, and even though they were in their 30s, it really was. They were aging and they lost volume in their face, and they were in their 30-somethings, but that it happens that early. They lost volume in their face, and as a consequence, they had contours, and how the light hit their face gave them a shadow, and it appeared as a dark pigment.
So just to break down what you're saying to everybody, losing volume in their face is literally you just lose like less meat in your face. You get skinnier, it's more bony.
Right. Well, actually, it could be from fat, or it could be from bone loss, like osteoporosis.
Okay.
The
so
same
the
way you
bones...
get bone loss in the back.
Yeah.
You get it everywhere. You get it in your
Right.
cheeks, your jaw, your teeth. That's why things shift.
So quite literally, your face is getting smaller, and because of that, they're more what you were saying contours. But there's more basically parts of the face that are susceptible to shadow.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's
And
one reason. That's
so
one appearance.
You literally mean shadow. Just so everybody listen, you literally mean shadow.
shadow.
Like parts of your bones are casting shadows on parts of your face. So it's not like you have discoloration.
Right.
Quite literally, the light is not hitting you.
Right.
Okay.
So that's when you got to get the injections like Kylie Jenner got in her lips.
Right.
God bless Kylie.
So in that,
God bless her.
right, yeah,
She's
did.
legal.
Right. Well, she got more than that, though. Right.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it wasn't just lips.
Watch your mouth.
Don't go spreading rumors.
Watch
You're
your
a
mouth.
doctor.
Well,
Watch your mouth when you're talking
don't
about
know.
my
Yeah, I
Kylie.
don't know that. You're right.
Okay.
But in my opinion,
Yes.
from how it looks, right?
Listen, she looks beautiful.
No, she looks
She's a
great. It
goddess.
looks great, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, but the shadows.
So shadows can create appearance of dark pigment, but it isn't really pigment. And then also sometimes hair on the face can create the appearance of pigment.
Okay.
So I had a patient that had dark around her face and hair, and it actually was just very fine villous hairs. The very fine villous hairs. And so
You've done that to me too, shaved
yeah,
like the side of
so
my
you
head.
had an area on your face that's like little dark villous hair. So you could, and sometimes laser or even waxing won't hit that. So you do something like what we call dermablading, where you just take the fine hairs off of the face.
And like Latin women sometimes get a little mustachio.
Nothing more hairy than a Latin
goatee.
woman.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Well, if
Italians too have that whole.
Yeah,
Furry, I call
but
them.
those are
Furry,
those are the fine villous hairs. The big hair, the coarse ones, those you can hit with laser.
So
But
you
that
laser like if a girl's face looks like a Build-A-Bear, right? You would offer a laser treatment. You're
Yes,
saying,
yeah.
But the ones that you can't see that are casting shadows, you have to literally cut them off with a blade.
Yeah, you can. Yes.
Now I've never
you
had
could
the
do
laser.
dermablader.
What's the laser?
You do. So there's tons of different lasers.
Why haven't I had the laser?
Because
and
you
first of all, do I have a skin disease? You never told me I had a skin disease. You mentioned skin disease a little while ago.
What do you mean a disease?
I don't know. That's what you said. You was like,
Yeah, so like do you want me to say what's going on?
yes, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So you have basically what we call you have some seborrheic dermatitis, right? Which is
What?
basically dandruff, right?
What? Whoa. You've never told me this.
Hold up, first of all,
Dr. Sandy.
Yes, I did. I was like, so you got some seb derm. I told you right in the beginning.
You trying to tell me that them dark spots on my face was dandruff?
What? So let me explain to you.
you
What
get dandruff on your I thought dandruff was for
What?
hair.
No, you
If
can
all
get,
you're doing is Head and Shoulders to get rid of those fucking dark spots, people are going to be upset.
I don't know what she's talking about. Go
So
ahead.
you can have a number of things can cause the common things that can cause hyperpigmentation on skin of color are acne, right? You can also get what we call seborrheic dermatitis, which is dandruff, right?
Yeah.
And it has anywhere where there's hair, right? You have a lot of it on the scalp,
Yeah.
but also you have lots of fine hairs on your face. And the common areas you get it on the face is over the eyebrows around here in the nasal labial fold, and in the ears. Okay. People also can get it from just sun exposure. So a lot of my patients, the unevenness is from sun exposure and not wearing sunscreen. So Charlamagne, I'm always on you. Sunscreen.
Oh,
Right?
my bad.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I got CeraVe AM.
CeraVe.
How you pronounce it?
CeraVe.
CeraVe AM with SPF 30. I got the CeraVe PM. You didn't tell me to use this. Is this okay to use?
Yes, moisturizer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But bigger than that, I got Aveeno sunscreen, SPF 30, and SPF 50.
This is wow. I know.
I stay
I
moisturized.
feel like this
out
is
here
like
in
a
the street.
side chick overnight bag.
But a lot of my patients.
Whose beach house are you going to this weekend, bro?
A lot of the guys are like, man, I've got all these little things in my pocket, but it's really important, and you really should wear sun. And the thing is, people when they do use sunscreen, they only tend to use it when the sun is shining. But what people don't realize is you've got UVA rays and UVB rays. B's are the ones that cause burning on days like today, and A's are the ones that causes aging, but both cause skin cancer, and the A's you're exposed to on cloudy days. But they both cause that uneven pigment, and they also cause skin cancer.
See, I'm a hypochondriac. As soon as she told me that shit, that's when I started.
Game over.
Oh, I started using everything. SPF 50, all that shit to cover,
Really?
make sure I'm blocked from the sun. And then you said Bob Marley, that's how he died, right?
Yeah, Bob Marley died from melanoma, right? Yeah, he died from melanoma.
But is that from skin
But I
cancer?
thought he had it in his toe.
I thought it was from smoking.
Yeah, no, it wasn't from smoking. It metastasized to his lung. He did have it in his toe. He had what we call acral lentiginous melanoma, which is one of the
How many of these words are you making up right now?
None of them.
Okay. just
They're
making
tongue
sure.
twisters. Try and say acral lentiginous melanoma.
Okay. What say it again?
Acral lentiginous melanoma.
A-Town and Quizinus.
A-Town and Welvin.
Welvanova. A-Town and Quizinus Welvanova.
A-Town and Welvin got accepted to Villanova. Fuck no. They don't. I refuse to believe that shit.
That's something you'll never hear in the same sentence. A-Town, Welvin, and Villanova.
Got accepted to Villanova.
Only
Hell
on Brilliant Idiots. All right.
Maybe if you take some gin, you can say it. But anyway.
Some gin.
Yeah, we
That's
can
some
say
English
that.
shit. You are English.
Yeah, I am, aren't I?
I don't know any girl who drinks gin.
So Bob Marley died of.
So he died from melanoma. So what happens? That's the most common, the acral melanoma, and those areas, which is the feet, acral areas of the feet and the hands, right? The most common, where you find most common melanoma is in skin of color, right? So he actually had it on his toe, and it was diagnosed, and he didn't treat it, and it was diagnosed late, which actually is the most common issue with skin of color. It's diagnosed quite late,
Right.
and it metastasized, and melanoma was metastasized to his lung.
Okay, metastasized
Meaning
means...
it got into the bloodstream and it moved to other organs.
Right,
Just say spread for the niggas.
Yeah, and it
like
spread to other areas.
Not just N-words. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Right.
for everybody.
Yeah.
For people, yeah. So it
Everybody.
spreads to
Niggas
other
ain't just black.
areas. So it spread into his lungs. But and that's the issue with melanoma, especially in skin of color, that when it is diagnosed, 75% of the people that it's fatal is in African, people of color, because of the late diagnosis. Hispanics, it's about, I think it's like in 60 something.
Now, do people of color have have less of a risk for skin cancer than white people?
Well, the risk, yes. In that, the risk is greater in certain populations, right? So you do have, in people that are fairer skin types, you have lighter skin colors, light skin color, light eyes, for example. If you have a lot of moles and a lot of atypical moles,
Right.
if you have a history of any kind of cancer, and particularly breast cancer, lung cancer, put you at greater risk.
Right.
But that does not mean that people of color
Can't
get it, right?
Skin cancer. Gotcha.
And so you do still have to protect yourself from the sun. You do still have to, do your annual skin checks, right, with your doctor. And you should check your moles monthly, right? Because you've got to look for moles that are changing. What's common in skin of color, in terms of where you would find the moles, you'd see them, like I said, in the acral lesions, and you will find them on areas where you've had trauma. So, for example, if you've had a burn in an area, you can get a skin cancer. Squamous cell is the most common for skin of color. You'll find that where you've had a burn or trauma
Right.
to an area, or maybe you've had keloids.
I don't know what that is.
Keloids are
Keloids.
areas where you have had injury.
Should that grow on you?
Right, we've had cuts on the skin is the most common places, and then you have
A scar?
You have a scar, right? But some of the
okay.
scars are just large,
trying to think
and some
of
of
people
them
that got
some of them grows like trees.
Keloids.
So you probably have a
Keloids,
large
Chris.
elevated scar,
Yeah.
right? Most people call that keloids, but they're the ones that grow like trees on people's sides of faces and the back of their heads and things like that.
Not when people have that purple.
But that's a hemangioma.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. This is a lot of times like immigrants have that. They have that shit because they get a shot on their shoulder. Do you know what I'm talking
that's
about?
A bump. Listen,
No.
Yeah, right. But
Did
that's
you just say
what is that
pussy
from?
lips are humanigiola? What'd you say?
hemangioma.
What'd you say? You said something about purple pussy lips. What'd
No,
you
I
say?
said hemangioma.
But what you said? Something that's purple? What's purple?
Yeah, the purple things that are on the face. You're talking about.
Oh. I thought
What
she
are
was
you
listening to
talking
her.
about right
I
now?
thought she
I'm
was listening
asking
to her.
real questions. You know that they get the tetanus shot or hepatitis shot, immigrants when they come to America,
Yes.
and then it sticks out.
Right.
That's a what is it called?
It's a keloid, but
That's a keloid.
Yeah, in limb. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Kegels. That's what you're probably
No,
thinking.
keloid.
No, keloids. Kegels is something else, right? That's
Okay,
a muscular.
so what if
Kegels
there's
when you
skill?
exercise your pussy.
Yeah.
Okay, what if there's skin discoloration
butthole.
on the pussy? Because we were talking about this. Some girls have a little purple down there.
Humanigiola.
It's the blood vessels.
How much human? That sounds like a dish, like something Premium Pete would cook up.
So why is it skin discoloration? Because it's purple.
What
Oh, I've seen this.
purple pussy lips?
Yeah, it's just blood vessels.
So
I think
you're saying
you should
there's
be telling
more
us
blood
why
down
people
there?
have purple pussy lips.
Yeah. Why do the girls have purple pussy lips?
Well, it's really about blood vessels, right? Going to the and how close it is to the surface of the skin.
So you're saying that girls with purple pussy lips have more blood vessels there, and therefore have more feeling in their
I
pussy?
didn't say that because
Wait a minute.
blood vessels.
Wait a minute.
Not necessarily equal.
Yeah.
Well, then again, you know.
Purple pussy lips
Purple
not just went up.
Got him, baby. We back in. All these girls with the purple pussy lips listening are feeling themselves heavy.
They were
right
mad at first. Now they're like, oh, hold up, we
Yeah,
back.
that's right.
PPL in this bitch.
now. Enjoy your pink pussy, no orgasm having asses. We out here.
Well, no. I want to get back on track because this is very important to me. I feel like we don't take care of ourselves enough as people.
Right.
And one of the best things that I ever started doing was coming to see you, Dr. Sandy.
Oh,
the
that's so
dermatologist,
sweet.
And going to see my dentist, and getting annual checkups and things of that nature. But it's a lifestyle change.
Yes.
You can't just come see you and, like you have these great acne pads that are amazing, by the way. Go ahead, tell them what you do for me. Go ahead. Tell them my regimen. Tell them my skin regimen.
Okay,
Go ahead.
you mean the products too and everything? So
I
here's
don't know. I mean, it's up to
here's
you.
what I do. So here's what I do with Charlamagne and most of my patients, as is necessary. So one of the things I do is I generated a skincare regimen that one will allow his skin so the pores don't clog. So you wash your face in the morning, right, and then
With regular store products.
with some store products that I think are effective. I don't think it's absolutely necessary to use the $100 face wash. Sometimes it is, if that's the case for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it isn't, but they're really good. $7, $9
$15,
products.
baby. Depending what size bottle you get.
Right, well, $15 if you buy them on Amazon, you get 3.
Really?
Yeah, but I told you to do that.
You talking about the Cetaphil?
The Cetaphil, no, I was talking about the exfoliating face wash.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Ambi.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
got you.
right.
Should I say that? I'm not. You know what? I don't want
Yeah,
I
because
don't want to
some
tell all
of
the
it, because
secrets.
not all of it. I don't think all of it is equal. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
got you.
So
got
I
you.
don't mind, but there's not. Then I have to explain which ones I specifically want.
Got you. Okay.
So you can get the over-the-counter stuff. Then you wipe your face with some acne pads that I've given you. So in your case, I give
And what do
acne
the pads have in them?
Right. So the
Bleach,
pads
Clorox?
have it has the most active ingredient is glycolic and salicylic acid, but it's the percentage that's in there, and then there are other ingredients that synergistically work together.
Okay.
Because there are other products that have the similar things, but it's the combination that makes it what it is. And partly why I gave that to you is because you did have some clogged pores, right? You did have some evidence of some acneic type lesions, which again are going to make your skin even if your pores are unclogged, right?
I haven't had a pimple since I've been using those pads,
Right.
by the way.
Great. Excellent.
Like, no, them shit.
No,
is
your skin looks amazing. He looks like he's made out of Nutella.
I know that's like
Like I want to spread you on toast right
you're
now.
like chocolate. You're like a chocolate.
Shocking. It is like I saw him today. And he's
You're
just
like a chocolate
radiating.
bunny.
Oh my god!
But you know,
Insane.
listen, the radiation doesn't just come because also, that's what we do, and then you wear your sunscreen and you reapply it when you're
What
in.
about the complexion correction?
Oh right,
pads?
then that's not what I did in the beginning, right?
No, not in the beginning.
Then but what I want people to get is, in addition to the topical treatments, right? The important thing is that we made some dietary changes, right, and eliminated a lot of some of the processed foods.
What are
right?
some bad foods that people should avoid?
Everything.
So processed foods, right? So
what is
so,
that?
so things that are high in fructose, those high sugar foods.
Give me examples of processed foods.
Okay, so I'm trying to think what you're eating. Like lots of like like lots of French fries that have
I was
got
eating mad
lots of
fast
sugar.
food,
That have got sugar, not the real. You can do French fries. I'm English. I love chips, right?
Yeah.
But the French fries have a whole bunch of stuff in it.
Right.
If you, do you know what I mean? I don't want to name
Not just
things.
some potatoes that are just in the
not
machine.
just good old potatoes,
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah.
A big
She's saying
thing
don't
is-
eat fast food. Is what
Right,
she's trying to say
right.
without saying it. Yeah.
Right. And then in terms of like, so let's say you want to eat cakes and stuff like that. So you want the cakes that I always say, look at the ingredients. I eat cake, but it says sugar, flour, butter, right? I really don't do butter so much, but it says sugar, flour.
Yeah.
If you can't read it, or a 10-year-old can't read it, then it's definitely processed. If you can't pronounce all the things on there, I can't even pronounce it, then it's highly processed foods. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I can tell. So you'll come in and patients come in and I'll say, have you been eating lots of sweets, Charlamagne?
Right now.
And then you're like, why? And I'm like, because you look a little, your pigment
Yes.
looks a little bit brown and off.
If I
And
walk in
that's-
her office right now and I've been drinking or eating some shit I ain't been eating, she was like,
Yeah.
"You been drinking?
You've been drinking.
You've
been drinking. Get into it, Sandy. Oh shit.
You've been eating fucked up." Like she knows immediately. This
Wow.
shit that you put inside your
and
body
it's
shows
really,
on the outside.
and it's really, and the medical evidence is supporting that now, because it's really because what we call sugar causes glycosylation, which we already know, but it actually affects the skin and creates that inflammatory process. So all these inflammatory things that we're seeing
Stay
in our
away
body,
from sugars. Stay away
Or
from
minimize it.
or minimize sugars.
processed sugars, right?
Especially processed sugars, and
Right.
those are things in like baked goods, these kind of stuff.
Right.
like
Carbs.
that.
Right.
Carbs.
right?
Minimize.
Right now, but there's simple and complex, because
Yes.
now you can do the complex class. You can do the
Sweet
vegetables,
potatoes,
and you can do
brown
sweet
rice.
potatoes and stuff like that.
Okay.
But no one's telling you to. No one tells you that
Bread.
Bread right.
is a complex carb.
Unless it's wheat or multigrain.
But it depends. What's this? Yeah.
Jesus.
So it depends what he's like shaking his head. No one's telling you that you have to be an ultra super. I can't eat anything. It's in
Right.
it's in proportion,
Yeah.
right? And if you look at it, it's more enjoyable anyway.
But I think people are going to look at this and say, okay, Charlamagne changed his diet and his face literally changed.
No,
Yeah,
I,
it
I
does.
changed my whole lifestyle. I lost
Right.
35 pounds at this point.
But that's going to happen, right? If you adjust your diet,
Yeah.
right, that's going to happen. You're going to lose the weight. And I'm not saying you have
When
to
you go
deprive
throw
yourself
out-
from Popeyes, right? You can, right?
I was eating Popeyes
right,
crazy.
you're eating Popeyes, right.
Chick-fil-A. Like, I had to make a whole lifestyle change. Like, I was 202 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm looking at myself. I'm like, yo, what the fuck am I doing with my
Yeah.
life? You know what I'm saying? So I started eating right. I love my Remy, but I put the Remy away for a while.
Really?
Yeah. You got to put everything to the back burner. Really invest in yourself, take care of yourself, and you will see results.
And the thing is, you can still, no one's telling you not to have fun, because I certainly do, right? And you can still enjoy your Remy, right? But it's sort of like putting things in check, do checks and balances.
Yeah.
And this is why I love what I do, is because once you're in tune to yourself, your face shows when you're off balance. So your face quickly tells you to put yourself in check.
Ah.
That's why it's fun, because that's why I love what I do, because I can get people to adjust their diet and their lifestyle for their health, because once I can show it to them on their face and they can see it, they're like, okay, what else should I do?
Yeah, once you
Right?
get that momentum
Right.
going, they
the
want
momentum
to do it.
going, and then also I train them, and I'm able to train them on like how to check themselves. Look, when you see your face, when you see these big juicy pimples,
Yeah.
you've been doing too much dairy, right? Or you've been too much dairy that's not organic, and those hormones are kicking in.
Okay.
So you might want to switch to the organic, right? Or you might want to pull back on the dairy, because I can tell.
Okay, I think most people listening right now are probably wondering why you didn't say my skin is great.
Because I'm English.
Do you want to give him a free consultation? Or should he come by the office?
I'll tell you what's going on with you. I mean, your skin's not terrible.
My skin is phenomenal. What are you talking about?
That's
My
not
skin's what
I
could
mean,
be different
what-
about my skin? I feel like you're gaming
be
me right
darker.
now. It could be darker. I could use a lot of fucking sun. I really could
just
use
be the
some
black
sun.
man you want to be.
Listen,
Schulz.
hey, I don't. Given certain events of recent history, I do not want to be black. Okay,
Due to the current
I am
political
enjoying
climate.
this quote unquote white
Due
privilege.
to the current political climate,
Yeah.
I defer. No, listen.
Yeah.
It's all about loving the skin you're in. So love your
Do not tell me that
porcelain
bullshit.
skin.
If people love the skin they're in, that you would be out of business.
You would definitely be out of
You
business.
would be
People say that to
homeless.
me all the time. Love the skin you're in. Hashtag no bleach. Okay?
No, I say polish the skin you're in, meaning that it's just fine the way it is.
Okay, so what
you
would
just
you
transform
change?
it?
What would you change, or what would you tell me to do to?
Well, I think I think you need to wear more sunscreen. I can tell you're not wearing that much sunscreen.
Really?
You look like a Catherine Wood Twilight.
Because you've got.
But I don't even go in the sun. I
look
do
like
look
you
But
look
see,
like
there it is. You're missing the point.
Okay, yeah.
Every day on a daily basis, you're exposed to UVA and UVB rays.
Ah, okay.
So on 24/7 daylight, you're exposed to sun, right, and to skin cancer causing rays. That's why we tell you, and I tell you, to wear sunscreen all the time.
Okay.
And the sun's just putting it on in the morning isn't enough. You have to reapply it because it
Throughout
stops
the day.
working after a couple of hours. And zinc is the ideal. The ingredient of zinc or titanium dioxide is really the best because it absorbs all the wavelengths.
Nothing gets in.
Right. It deflects it. The other, it's a physical blocker.
And what would that do to me or anybody listening? What would that little change physically for me?
So here's one of the things it would do. One, it's going to protect you from skin cancer. Right. Okay.
How does it make me look cute? I think that's.
So
what,
wait. I'm getting there.
Yeah,
but the one thing that makes people do it is because it prevents aging. Right. And most of the aging that occurs in people are under the age of 55.
So why you ain't give me no zinc yet?
You've got zinc on your sunscreen.
For real?
Yeah. And then I'm going to switch you to another one because it's getting warmer that has a little bit more zinc. What happens for skin of color, though, the reason why they don't like to use sunscreens is because, and even actually everybody, a lot of zinc is thick and it makes you look like a Smurf and stuff like that. So you want to use products where the zinc is micronized, right? So that's why I often recommend CeraVe, and there's another one called Elta, MD and stuff like that. So you've just got to figure
So what
out.
does that do to my skin?
It protects you from skin cancer and prevents aging.
Right. So you're saying that I look as if I'm aging.
Can you really prevent aging? Like, honestly.
Well, it slows the aging process from sun damage.
I believe
somebody's going to be listening to this and they're going to go, she still hasn't told Schulz what this treatment would change in his face.
Okay.
You look better like I do.
So here's what will change in your face.
Yeah.
You have some lentiginous. You've got some what people call freckles or age spots. Okay. You'll get less of those, right? And they will probably lighten up as well because they're not that dark yet, right? Also, you've got some wrinkles that are starting to happen.
Oh, my crow's feet.
Yeah, and those on your forehead
what if you like doesn't that show? I don't know.
If you liked it, you wouldn't put on TV makeup.
Well, no, they put on TV makeup. I don't put on TV
I haven't
makeup.
worn makeup on TV in a long time.
You lying.
I swear to God.
Yeah, because you got makeup, you got micronization.
Hey, listen, when I was on the Talk Monday,
you don't have anything on. I could tell.
No makeup.
Bullshit.
I have not worn any TV makeup.
That's because Sharon Osbourne.
Months.
That's because Sharon was jealous. I'm not gonna let him look funny and cute.
I'm gonna show you this picture. This is no filter, no nothing.
Did that answer your question?
Yes.
I think that does answer your question. That makes a lot of sense. That being said, I don't. And I agree with you about the freckles and these kind of things like that. But I do feel like there is something nice about wrinkles because they show that you've lived. You know, I don't like people's faces when they're like, you see these Hollywood faces right now. There's zero expression. It's like I like looking
that's
at
Botox, though.
Yeah, but that's because
that's my point.
But you don't have to. You don't have to do Botox.
God damn, Charlamagne! Holy shit!
No filter.
You look
no
so
makeup.
polished. I just want to bowl you.
That's what she does. She
polished by
Oh my
Dr. Sandy.
God.
From the inside out. No, but that's really that's just good living, isn't it?
Look at that!
That's
wow,
It's good living.
And
you have better skin than most of the women in this picture.
Because they need to see a better dermatologist and stop putting all that makeup on.
You can literally see the camera reflected in your forehead.
But remember,
that's how shiny
you got to
your forehead
remember,
is.
it's not.
Holy
It's the whole.
shit.
It's the whole thing. It's everything.
a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle
right.
change.
And
yeah.
you don't have to. Again, it's you don't. And also, and you know this, Charlamagne. It's a lifestyle change, yes, right. But you don't have to be the health guru person, right? That's why that's why you get sources of information. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
The good supplements. You want to get good supplements, multivitamins that help inflammation in the body, and then just figure out what your triggers are. When you have stressful times in your life, you got to know what to put in place for when you're stressed, to offset, right? Exactly.
Question: do you feel a lot of pressure as a dermatologist to have flawless skin?
Nah.
Really?
Because
you're wearing makeup today.
Yeah, I have a little something on. Yeah.
Okay. So when you get a pimple, do you feel like if I go outside, people aren't going to take me seriously?
No, because I'll tell you why I don't, right?
Yeah.
Partly because I went into this because I have skin issues, right? So any pressure that I feel,
But you don't look like you have skin issues.
Yeah, but I do. I have no problem telling anybody I'm a pizza face in real life. So any pressure that I feel is really as a consequence of me having
acne
and bad eczema.
Gotcha.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I do.
And actually, I like, because I figured out how the triggers for me. So for me, it's dairy, absolutely.
Done.
It's hormonal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And certain stresses, food and stuff like that. And so because I figured out, I think I would like to say, and sometimes it was a miserable childhood having this stuff going on, but I think that's just a little, not to sound cliche, but I think that's what I was put on this earth for, so that I could go through this and figure it out. So anything I tell my patients, I say to use, or someone says try this, I'll put it on my face first. But because I figured out how to allow myself to navigate life and not have a pizza face, that I can tell people, okay, when this happens, when you know that this time of the year is the tax time, I know you're an accountant and your skin starts acting up, I want you to up your B12. I want you to up the zinc that you're taking. I want you to, do you know what I mean? Do your shakes in the morning. Get yourself a NutriBullet and do your shakes and put. Do you understand what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's that kind of stuff.
I do the protein shakes. You recommended me these protein bars
Strike
that don't
first.
have no sugar. I want to talk about money, because there's a lot of people that's probably listening to this saying, well, Charlamagne got money, which I don't. I shop at Target.
Right.
Is it expensive?
Don't believe this at all. Don't believe this.
No,
I drive a 2004 Cadillac Escalade with 200,000 miles on it.
And what other cars do you also own?
None.
Right.
Oh, shit.
So it isn't expensive. The spectrum of treatments that's possible to get flawless skin ranges in price, yes, right? But it's not expensive. It's not unattainable. And for most people, when you look at the years that they've been trying a whole bunch of different stuff and try this, it adds up. So no, you can do it. I did it when I was in medical
Are you
school.
covered by health care? Like if somebody has, Obamacare. For me, I have Obamacare. Can I use that? And can I go to you and get?
Barack needs to come see you. He looks a little worse for wear right now. He ain't
Well,
seen
here's the thing.
dermatologist
Some of the treatments are not covered by insurance, and it's not really a consequence of. It's a consequence of what's defined as
Medical necessity.
Medical necessity, right?
Yeah.
So some of things aren't, some of things are.
Don't you
Gotcha.
think that's crazy though? Because skin is the biggest organ on your body. Skin is an organ.
Yeah.
It's the largest organ on our body. So why
Yeah.
wouldn't that be considered?
Because if that organ's failing, you're not going to die.
it is failing,
Though that's not necessarily true.
skin cancer.
If the organ of skin itself, skin cancer is not the organ, right? Skin cancer is the cancer itself. It's these
But if the
cells
organ
are
itself
building.
fails, right? Because remember the skin creates a barrier, right?
Right.
For infections, for invasion into the skin, into the body. So it really is the biggest barrier. So if the skin actually fails,
I guess
if you take it technically the way you're
But
saying,
preemptive medicine really isn't covered in our healthcare anyway.
right.
It's like you can't go to this doctor perfectly healthy and be like, hey, I want to make sure I don't get some shit. Then they'll be like, oh, that's not what we do. When you're fucked up, we fix you and put you back together, but we don't do
Well, if you
preemptive.
come to see me,
No, I'm saying healthcare.
Right.
Your whole idea is stop it before it happens, which I
Right.
think is right. And I think a lot of people are moving towards this, not only with physicality, but also mental health.
well,
Is that
well, yeah, absolutely. But that's the whole point,
Yeah.
right? Because that's when we're talking about inflammation in the body. We're in total, right? So you've got the physical, you've got the mental, the spiritual, the physical, right? Not to sound cliche, but when we talk about inflammation, right, it's really stresses in the body, and how the stress manifests, right, is you have your hormones, your cortisol hormones doing all kinds of things, right? So even like a mental stress in the body is going to manifest physically, right, and then it will show up on the skin.
Yep.
Now there's some people like myself, what's going on in my body shows up on my skin like
Immediately,
like that,
yeah.
right?
Mine too.
Right, and surprisingly more people than not, and it shows up on their hair. So that's why I got all these people coming with hair issues. Other than the fact that they're doing crazy stuff with their hair, but
Are you gonna be one of those people that start doing Dr. Miami down in Miami said he's about to start bringing girls' edges back.
well, I do that anyway.
Oh, you know how to bring edges back now?
What are edges back?
Right. So what happens? Depending on how women take care of their hair and their grooming processes, if they brush their hair a lot, if they use hair extensions, if they braid their hair a lot, even just putting their hair in a tight ponytail, you create something called what we call traction alopecia. Because of the traction and the pulling, you cause injury to the follicles.
You ever
and
seen
then
when
the hair
RoboCop
starts
takes his
balding.
mask off?
Yeah.
And it's like right there in the middle. That's how these girls look with no edges.
Yes.
Alopecia is the loss of hair. It's hair
Right.
loss. Right?
Yeah,
Jamie
in
Foxx
general.
has no edges. LeBron has no edges.
Meaning
a
just
couple
no
other
hair
people.
left.
Yes.
So edges
No
just
hairline.
mean hairline.
Yeah,
I think
no.
that wasn't there some famous model that they made a
Naomi
big deal
Campbell.
about?
Oh yeah, Naomi
Done.
Campbell's bald, huh?
But it had edges.
See, this is
gone.
this is why I'm saying English people aren't blunt. Blunt people would go Naomi Campbell. You would go, isn't there a famous model that might have happened to have that? And then we go Naomi Campbell, and then you go, oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah, 'cause
you
Dr.
knew
Sandy-
exactly damn
Dr.
well
Sandy-
who didn't have it.
Dr. Sandy's not trying to fuck up a potential client.
Yeah, right. If you could grow Naomi's hair back, then forget it, man. Adios, Charlamagne. You're gonna be getting a lot of missed calls, Charlamagne. She got nothing to do with your ass anymore.
Listen, I want to. You
No,
say,
but you can.
So, Dr. Sandy, we advertise this product on this show. It's called Bevel, right?
Yes.
And they always say dermatologists say, and who dermatologists proven. I don't know who these dermatologists are, but you're a dermatologist. Do you even know what Bevel is?
Yes, I do know about it, and it is effective.
Is Tristan Walker's not paying you to say that? You really?
No, I'm not being. Who's that?
Oh, okay. That's even better. So what's so good about Bevel?
Well, I think one of the issues that you have with why people need. One of the issues people have is they got something called pseudo folliculitis barbae, which is ingrown hairs, right?
Okay.
And it's because a lot of people get it when they shave with the razor. They get a really sharp edge of the hair, and as the hair grows back under the skin, because it's sharp, it grows back under the skin, and then it can cause a bump.
Got you.
Right? And then it causes infections and irritation, inflammation. And the apparent mechanism of Bevel is that it sort of like diminishes that sharp bluntness, and so you don't have to, it minimizes the ingrown hairs. So it's effective for a number of people.
How do you know this?
Why do I know this?
Yeah.
Well, couple reasons.
Okay.
About Bevel or just the ingrown hairs?
Just the Bevel thing. How do you know Bevel? Like, how do you know?
I mean,
Out of all the razors in the world.
Well, because it's a common concern that patients have,
Okay.
right? And then when I hear about something, when I find about something, I will research it and see if it's effective and try it on some of my patients. They don't, there are lots of products that are out there that that a number of us may or may not know about. So it's really about trying things out and seeing what's effective. And once you realize it's effective for some of your patients, you recommend it.
So Bevel's really not lying. When they say dermatologists really know.
Yeah, we know.
All right.
So you just have to determine the effectiveness for certain people.
Well, getbevel.com. GETBEVEL.com.
Yeah.
You told me once that you don't bleach, but if you did, you'd make so much money.
Yeah.
Why don't you bleach though? If your people want to fucking get bleached, let them bleach.
Yeah, because so listen, I don't believe in just in altering a person's pigment and just going because I don't like my skin color. It's just it's an intrinsic, fundamental thing for me, a philosophical, ideological thing for me that is just so wrong. Mm-hmm. Right? I am a proud woman of color. I embrace my brownness, and so
you black girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a black woman. Yeah. Didn't I say I'm a proud black woman?
Yeah, but then you said
I'm
you
a
embrace
proud
your brownness.
woman of color, and then you say I embrace my
Oh,
brownness.
okay. So I made.
Yeah.
What I mean is I'm
Charlamagne-
fine with my
the
brown.
dye but
puts you in
chocolate.
your place.
Yeah, I'm fine with my color.
Yeah.
So
You beautiful black skin.
thank you. After some work.
Lovely.
Thank
No
you.
pizza face whatsoever.
No pizza face. So
Not
that's
at all.
why. So I'm not. So if I were willing to bleach people and make them 3 shades lighter, I would be a millionaire, right? There's also side effects and complications that come with that also too. And ethically, I wouldn't do it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, Chris really wants me to ask you this question. He keeps pointing at the computer.
What do I think of Bevel?
Is it true? Is it true that sperm is good for the skin?
Is that the question you really want to know?
That is, he's going to act like it
You're a
isn't, but
pervert,
that is
Chris.
the question, Chris. That's just disgusting, Chris. But girls have said that they do facials with sperm. There's certain nutrients in sperm that are good for the skin. Is that what Charlamagne is using?
Well, I'm not giving it to him.
You can get it wherever you can. She didn't say it was wrong, ladies. So the question he really wanted to ask, the question he really wanted to ask is: in Korea, when people bleach their skin, they call it getting the Beyonce. According to Chris, Chris is the Asian woman specialist. I know he loves Asian
Jesus
women.
Christ, man. Gosh, rape in Asia will
What
be
do you like
mentioned
about
on this
Asia?
show.
What do you like about Asia?
What I like about Asian.
Well, his
married
wife,
to one.
His wife is Asian, but in Asian culture, which I'm sure you're aware, having lighter skin is looked at as quote unquote better because the darker skinned Asians typically worked in the fields and had darker skin because of it. Right. So bleaching is prominent in the culture. It's called getting the Beyonce. Yeah, he wants to know how you feel about that.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I mean, I thought I mentioned that they do the lighting in Asia. The Caribbean, certain islands, they're more common. In Africa, they do it. In India, Asia's really big. In Asia, they have lots of research and products supporting the lightening of skin, right? So, and yes, the historical ramifications are because those that were in the field were
it's a class
darker,
system.
right?
Yeah.
It's still the same thing in the Caribbean and Africa and, the historical slavery things, the house Negro and those in the fields. So it's the same fundamental thing, right? What do I think about it? Like I said, for me, the source of it, in terms of for people of color and black people, for me, I just don't necessarily think, I don't want to bleach people.
Chris wants to know if you think Beyonce is bleaching.
Oh, is that what you're asking?
Pretty much.
I don't know.
That's his
bleaching.
English way of getting to it.
Beyonce's never been dark though.
You see, what I wouldn't say. I don't think she's gone to bleaching.
Yeah.
What I think, because if you look again, it's the same thing. If you look at her, like if you look at Charlamagne, right? It's a healthier living lifestyle, and then you just see a general removal of the inflammatory component in her skin as a whole. Her whole skin is even, and it gives you a natural glow, right? Exactly. But I don't think because look at there's a real difference with someone that bleaches. Like if you look at Vibes, Cartel, and Sammy Sosa, right? You see there's a real difference. You know, there's a blackening of the lips and the eyes are one color.
They look like nails, White Walkers from Game of Thrones. Have you seen that?
They look grey.
And the rest of their body is the original color.
Right.
Like a girl said to me the other day, she goes, Charlamagne, even your arms are lighter. I'm like, yo, you've really never paid me attention.
No, that's what I said initially. If you listen back to a few episodes,
Right.
that's what I said initially. When your skin started to change and people started doing the bleaching thing, I thought, is he bleaching? But then I looked at your arms, and that made me go, no, your arms now match the color of the skin on your face.
You know why? Because the skin on my face
was inflamed. Yeah.
Inflammatory and discolored.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I mean, really, Charlamagne was really clear when he came to see me, I don't want to be bleached. Do you know what I mean?
Because you did a chemical pill.
Right.
And
he
I was
said,
like, what the fuck is this shit?
Right.
Yeah,
he said,
yeah.
what's a chemical pill? Is it going to bleach me? And I said, no. Right. You use chemical pills for lots of different reasons. You can use it to treat acne.
Yeah.
You actually use it to treat skin cancers as well. You can actually treat fine wrinkles, uneven pigment, clogged pores. Like you want to exfoliate the skin.
You just want to be able to keep calling envy waffle color.
Right.
I don't want to bleed. But
but I mean, most people that are comfortable, they're like, I want my skin to look brighter, more even, but I don't want to be a whole nother color, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what I explained to him. I said, don't worry about it. That's not what's going to happen. And you'd ask me, am I bleaching? And then I'm like, no. And even I said to you, look, Charlamagne, this part of your all hair is one color, right? And this part was darker. And I said, as you start to even out, again, it's like lifting a shadow off of your face.
You can even see a little bit like under the eye now. Like there's a little parts that are still dark, just a tiny little bit. And now it's more clear, the discoloration. Whereas before it almost blended. So you're like,
it was his whole face.
Exactly.
What is eyeliner? I wear eyeliner.
Man, get the fuck out of here with eyeliner. Get the fuck out of here.
This is eyeliner.
It's in. That's what you're saying.
I asked her about that too. I'm like, so everybody's saying I look like I wear eyeliner.
So what did I say? I said, welcome to the world of the fine and the handsome.
She did say that.
Get it.
Because any handsome, fine guy that's got smooth skin,
you're a salesman.
Their eyes show up and their lashes look prominent.
I like
and you're
this.
Like, he's so cute. Has he got mascara?
Salesman right here.
She's
good.
She's about the girls that come in your office and all of a sudden want to fuck me now.
Wait, what happened?
Oh man.
What do you mean the girls want to fuck?
Up.
I'm married. Seriously?
Though. Yeah.
Oh.
He's going like this.
Yeah.
What is
the
that?
Elbows.
What are you doing right now?
They be like
pushing the elbows, pushing the girls away.
Oh, I have no clue. You guys got watch the video. I know.
UK native.
Are you just knocking people out?
He's knocking people out. Yeah.
She looked like what was it, No Limit Soldier? What was that Dan Master P used to do?
So in closing, this is National Skin Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
And what does that mean? What are you going around passing sunscreen out to people?
Pretty much. But really, it's really, I think everyone needs to be aware of skin cancer. I mean, I've had, and it's all age groups. People think of it of younger people.
Yeah.
They only think about the summertime wearing sunscreen. I've had a 27-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 27-year-old diagnosed with skin cancer.
Damn.
With melanoma, right? I've had 2 patients One Mediterranean guy died from melanoma.
Jesus
right.
Christ.
I've had 2 skin of color patients, 2 black people, right? Because the Mediterranean guy, because him skin of color, get diagnosed with skin cancer in the past year and a half. So it's something that everyone needs to be aware of. And for me, I just want to emphasize it to all skin types, right? Because people only think about it just for lighter skin types. Do you know what I mean? And even younger people don't even consider it. And that's the thing. Most of the damage isn't really, it's when you're under 55.
Yeah,
when
don't
you're
wait
80.
till it's too late.
It's now.
I have a question. When you're doing these treatments that Charlamagne is doing, does it make your skin more susceptible to the sun? Is it
So,
even
yes.
more imperative to use sunscreen at that point?
So yes, so it makes you more sensitive to sun. But what I always tell people is what you're supposed to be doing to protect yourself from skin cancer is what you would do with your treatment anyway.
Got you.
Do you understand what I mean?
It's part of it.
So it's part of the regimen anyway.
Yeah.
And if the fear of skin cancer doesn't encourage you to use sunscreen, aging will work.
Really?
Right? If you don't want wrinkles, right? If you want to stay looking young and fabulous, right?
But why wait till it gets to that point?
Right, but I mean, but you just have to. Right, but the reality is you just have to use what motivates people, right? What motivates you is having smooth skin and looking young, right? Yeah. And looking good, not having wrinkles, then use that to drive you. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
If like I tell patients, you don't like working out, all right, but if going on vacation and wearing a bikini is going to drive you, schedule vacations every 3 months so you're behind.
Get the motivation
to the gym.
you need.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So what's the discount for Brilliant Idiots listeners when they come to Natasha Sandy's office?
What's the discount?
I'm just saying we got people
Somebody
that get
asked
discounts.
us. Somebody said, "When am I going to be on Brilliant Idiots?"
Hey, now you're on. So what
Somebody
would they
said,
get
who?
off?
When am I going to be
Didn't
on
you say
Brilliant?
somebody asked you when you going to be on Brilliant Idiots?
Oh yeah, they did. They were like, "When are you going to be on Brilliant?"
We need an offer code. This is
the
what we do.
No,
We
okay,
get
well,
an
you
offer
tell
you
me.
do know this is the Brilliant Idiots you're on right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you thought this
I think
was
so, right?
Okay, yeah. This is Guy Code. You're in Guy
Don't you
Code
offer
right
no
now.
discounts. You make these motherfuckers pay for that good skin the same way I got to pay.
I say offer a nice little discount.
No.
I think.
Fuck that.
Wait, Charlamagne doesn't get a discount on all the business he's drumming
you
up
know-
for you? You're the
I've got to pay my
pre-
medical, my student loans. It's expensive.
This is-
It's
When
a
you
nice
studied in
house.
England, it's
no,
free.
I did it in America.
Stupid.
This is how
Dumb
I feel.
move. Get
No.
the free education, then come here and make the money.
This is how I feel.
Yeah.
Stop spending your money on jewelry. Stop spending your money on bottles in the club. Stop putting more money into your car than you do yourself.
Wow.
Go see the motherfucking dentist. Go see the dermatologist. Stop worrying about if your health insurance is taken by these places. It don't matter. These are investments that you should be making in yourself. You only got one body, bro.
That's true. And
One.
You won't need bottles, and you won't need a
None.
car if you got good skin.
Matter of fact, the doctor gonna tell you stop drinking when you get old anyway because you got psoriasis of the liver or some stupid shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Or drink in moderation.
I'm with that too. I love my Remy.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm just saying, invest in yourself.
Right.
We spend so much money on all this superficial shit that depreciates with value, gives us nothing back in return.
Yeah.
How about spend some money on taking care of yourself?
Yeah.
And I'd say stay tuned. Stay tuned for the discount number.
Yeah. Offer code idiots.
When we put these
Go to
pro-
Natasha
Stay tuned.
Sandy.
Stay tuned.
When Dr. Sandy puts these products out in the street, you know what I'm saying? Because you about to start putting your products
Yeah.
out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like the acne pads and complexion correction
Oh,
pads
okay.
and
So
stuff.
we got to be involved
And
in this.
especially, and then the thing about it is, what's interesting is how many men are really interested in taking care of their skin, which is good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Listen,
just
not all of
looking
us
at
can
with-
grow a beard and cover it up.
Right.
Okay, I grow hair like a Dominican girl. So this is all I
Trust
have
me.
on my face.
James
right
Harden
here,
looks
okay?
disgusting under that beard, I'm sure.
Probably. Okay, so there are people who cannot grow a full beard to cover it up. That skin needs to be cute, and they need to see Natasha Sandy immediately and make sure it is.
Yes.
Tell them how they can reach you, Dr. Sandy.
So they can reach me. I'm in New York and in Maryland, and they can reach me
Ballin'.
at
2 offices.
at drnatashasandy.com. If they wanted information, they can go to info@drnatashasandy.com. I do all kinds of appointments. I do virtual appointments. I see patients from the international Canada. We do virtual appointments, or they can come to my office. I do some consults, email consults and stuff like that. We do Skype consults, whatever's necessary. My dream was always to make people have good skin so that they could feel good about themselves. And so fortunately, I've been blessed to have an opportunity to do that and to work with somebody that was really frank and honest without even asking, which I love and appreciate that, about my impact in their life. So it's really good. So you get to share what...
You talking about me?
That was you, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, you really shared, a lot of my patients have said what you have experienced with me, but you've allowed other people to hear it. So thank you. I
Listen,
appreciate
I live a very transparent life. Okay,
Right.
I'm not about to be out here.
And
in the
now your
general
skin
public.
matches it.
Right.
I'm not, I want y'all can get the same skin.
Yeah.
If you truly love the skin you're in, as people like to say, because people like to tweet me that, love the skin you're in, stop
Right.
bleaching. If you really love the skin you're in, you'll take care of the skin you're in.
But
They want you to love your skin so you stop taking their bitches.
But the key really is I think this is what I love about it. Again, I emphasize, you can see what you're doing good with your body and your life when you're through your skin. Really, that's what I love about it, because I can have people and support people in healthy living. And truth of the matter is, when people's skin look better, right, for themselves, they start to figure out what they want to do. They're like, hey, Dr. Sandy, because I address weight loss. Remember, I did family medicine, so they're like, hey, what can I do to lose weight? And then they're like, okay, I'm going to do my master's degree. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get rid of that man. He's a loser. Or I'm going to get rid of Shorty.
Oh, no, that makes a lot of sense.
No, seriously. So all of that comes into play. Do you know what I mean?
So skin is really the window to the soul, not the eyes.
And the hair.
And the hair.
And the hair. So yeah, we can grow back edges.
Well,
and the middle for guys too.
Well, hey,
that's it.
Thank
Dr.
you so
Sandy,
much for
thank
coming
you
in.
For coming.
Thank
Nobody
you for
believes
inviting
you.
me.
They think you're still bleaching me. Trust me, I know my listeners.
I'm a believer. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen,
I really am a believer.
People thought that about me because I had bad acne, and then
But
when my
that's
acne
what
got better,
convinced me.
Yeah.
It's like you ever watch those makeup tutorials online? The most successful makeup tutorials are not the girls that look beautiful without makeup.
Right.
They're the ones that they have no makeup on
Right.
and they're kind of like, all right, and then they put the makeup on and they're stunning. And I think the fact that you told me your whole life you had these pimples and this, and then I look at you and I don't see pimples,
Right.
that makes me go, I believe this girl.
Okay, because I was just wondering. I thought you were about to say, and your skin's messed up, so now I believe you.
No, it's the fact that you admit that it was fucked up.
It was horrible.
And now it looks like what it is now.
Face in real life.
You need to keep a before picture with you, and that's your business card.
But I didn't bring her in here to dispel any rumors of me bleaching. I brought her in here because it's National
Skin Cancer
Awareness
You
Month.
ain't shit.
So
to the
wear
fullest
your
degree.
sunscreen,
And
you guys. SPF 30 at least with zinc or titanium, okay? And you have to reapply it every 2 or 3 hours if you're in daylight. So
I don't
that
like
means
giving away all this information that they're not paying for.
kids, absolutely, right? And you want to reapply it, right? If
And
you're-
the sperm thing, that's still unproven. Is that what you're trying to say?
Stop it.
What I'll say is there are anecdotal things where one might say that they have noticed that they have less pimples when they use
When they're fucking.
No, when
when
They're getting busted off in the face.
Anecdotally, right?
Yeah.
But since I am a physician and we try to base things on evidence-based medicine,
Right.
there has not yet been a study with thousands of women that have proven
I
that when they
volunteer.
don't have sex.
I volunteer for that study. If
However-
You want men to bust off in your face?
No, I'm going to bust off in the women's faces.
Oh.
Okay. God,
So,
why would you even
however,
think
if a well-designed study can prove that, then I will wholeheartedly support it. So, what do you want to do? You want to put info at drnatashasandy.com and people can see if they want to be in the study?
Contact info at natashasandy.com. I'm saying I'm willing to do this for the good of people, and because I want you to love your skin, and I would love to make love all over your skin.
I love the sperm challenge. That's hard. Show
The
sperm challenge.
challenge.
Show sperm challenge. I'm all for that. Okay?
Well, listen, the protein and amino acids are builders, a foundation in the building of everything.
And you know what? You said stress too, right?
Right.
A reduction of stress helps you out. Makes you have better skin, right?
Makes you glow,
Letting
right.
your man come on your face makes him feel better about himself, which probably leads to a better relationship, which means less stress for you. That's anecdotal
Kill
evidence.
two birds with one stone.
Brilliant idiot shit. Let's go.
All right. Well, listen, as always, if you listen to this podcast and you learn something, which you should have today, and you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you listen to this podcast and you think we're all just a bunch of fucking idiots who don't know what we're talking about, you're absolutely right, too. This is the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Dr. Natasha Sandy, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.